Free surfers, we are going to start in 5 minutes. Please clear that line up. We have the first junior women's semi-final paddling over to the takeoff spot right now. So a couple of party waves and let's get this thing going.
Baik, ada sarapan nih. Ada kuba.
Okay, semi-final number 2 will feature Remote Suzuki in red. We will have Ellie Harrison in green, and on Matsuoka in white, and Kana, you are in blue. Okay, 2 minutes, free surfers, please clear that line up right now. We want to see Takona Kawasi in red, Kailani Johnson in blue, Saimawana is for the white, and Liliana Bowery is in the green. Everybody else, time to come on in. This is a 2-minute warning. We are going to start in 2 minutes, guys. One minute. We will start in 1 minute.
Right on, g'day everybody and good morning. Welcome to a Monday morning back here at Lagundri Bay, the scene of the finals yesterday for the men's and women's QS 5000. It was an epic day and the waves are still rolling through here this morning. We are just going to finish off our semi-finals, Pro Juniors and Pro Junior finals, so there's still probably 3 hours of action this morning. I'm Mark Cliff, this is Gia Lagarde. What a day.
Yeah, what a
Giada.
day. It's been so much action going on, and yesterday was incredible, so it's great to finish off the juniors today.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll just rehash what went down yesterday. Here's the little highlights reel for your pleasure. Let's do it. All right, g'day everybody and welcome to Lagundri Bay, world famous waves rolling through here at the point. The barrels are on tap, so let's have a great day.
That's the term that has gotten me since.
The 10, I missed the first wave and I knew the second one was going to be the line, and I drove through it and I just kept driving, and then I came out and I was like, I couldn't even do a turn after, and yeah, from the round of 96 I just grinded it out, and I feel like every heat I gained momentum, and the final I felt like I gave it my best shot, and yeah, wow, I can't believe I just took the win, so.
Congratulate him.
Yes, Marlon he goes with his paddle. Ladies and gentlemen, stand up. That's his sister. Yes, that is awesome.
Let's make it official. There is the first place. Let's get some beers. Yeah!
Righto, well, how good was that, everybody? What an epic day, finals day for the QS 5000s was. It was all about Marlon Harrison and Paige Harrop yesterday. It was a real feel-good finish to a really long 5 days down here, but what a ripper. The waves came to the party. It was so good. Giada, the waves are still really good out in front this morning, so would you like to let everybody know what our first heat looks like?
Yes, so in the blue we have Kailani Johnson, in red we have Kokona Kawase, in white we have Simoniwa, and in green we have Liliana Bowery. This is the first semi-final of the day for the Pro Junior Women's.
Yep, and all semi-finals, all 4 of them will be 25 minutes. Both finals will roll out at 30. So welcome to it, everybody. It's just after 8 o'clock here and in Lagundri Bay, Sorake Beach. So we'll be done around about just before 11 o'clock. So a short day today.
Yeah, a short day to a long week.
Yep. It's day 6 of our waiting period, everybody. We hope you enjoyed the weekend. It was pretty, well, really good. We served close to 50 heats, and epic stuff went down that won't be forgotten in a long, long time.
Yeah, the waves. I think yesterday was some of the best waves I've seen in competition ever.
Yeah, it was all going on, wasn't it?
There was just back-to-back barrels. People were doing some insane turns. Paige shaking the wind, Marlon Harrison for the men's. So unforgettable moment.
Sure was. Right now, Kalani Johnson has opened up with a early lead. Not a big number. There's definitely some better A-grade waves out there. This is what the 467 look like. Still a silky clean surface out there, Giada, and the opportunity for these juniors is definitely there. So how lucky are they?
Yeah, the waves are absolutely firing still. And this is our surfer in white, Simoniwa. She opens up really nicely. The waves are so glassy still. There's a lot of opportunity for all the surfers out there.
So she won down in Koreatown a week ago in the Pro Juniors. And her friend Kokona was a standout down there. She would busted into a 9-point ride one day. I remember we had an interview with her. And Liliana Bowery yet to catch a wave, the Australian there in green. You can see the next heat going through their warm-up routine, just getting psyched up. They'll be on paddling out in probably around about 10 minutes. And their heat will start in about 18. So there is the view looking out of the Hash Family Surf Camp over the lineup. 4 surfers are out there. They've still got some caddies out there as well. And I imagine yesterday, everybody I spoke to, Giada that caddied, said, my God, what a view it is out there.
Yeah, especially Marlon Harrison's sister, Piper. She said that I heard her speaking yesterday that it was so great to watch him win from the channel. A beautiful moment between them two as well after Marlon won.
Yep, Marlon rode a wave in. His sister caught the same wave. They both stood up. They were both on the live feed. I'm sure their folks were, you know, what a proud moment that would have been. So the Harrison family, good on you. Your boy took it down, and with a 10-point ride in the final. We did see that on our highlights clip as well, and geez, it was just such a good day. Just had a couple of rides go down. Wave for red, a wave for green. Won't be big numbers, but everybody is off and scoring. Best 2 waves, obviously. A couple of spots up for grabs in the final out of this heat. And there's the caddies. Paddle battle is looking like it's taking place for potentially 3rd and 4th priority. Yep, White looks like she's going to get out there and get 2nd priority. Johnson, Kailani with a 4.67 at this stage. That still looks like the better number. Bit of celebrations last night, Giada. Something
Nah.
going on? No?
Well, there was something going on, but I was so exhausted. I went home, had dinner, had a bit of a chat with everyone, and then I was out by 10.
Yeah, it looks like there was a few crew ready to turn it up, so I sort of had to avoid them as well. I was pretty knackered also, so just knowing we still had a little bit to polish up here today, the Pro Juniors, 6 heats. Good morning to everybody around the world. I really hope the crew that are watching this morning, hope you tuned in yesterday and the day before. It just went down in famous style here at Sorake Beach. Alright, I'd like to see their single numbers and just see where their scores sit. I think Kailani might still have the better number. Here we go. Yep, Kailani does. There's the 467. 3.5 for Sai, and this is Kailani now.
Oh, beautiful backhand turn from Kailani. Took her all the way to the quarterfinals yesterday. She went up against Paige Harab in her quarters, so it was a really great showdown between the two women. But now into the semis of the Pro Junior, so she'll be hoping to make the final this time.
And it was really unlucky for Kailani because she had served a really strong quarterfinal. She had a substantial lead. I think she had Paige in a 14.5 point combo with about 6 minutes remaining. Paige then, I think by memory, got an 8 or something about there, put herself back in the mix, then nailed her last wave. Definitely got the score. I think she got another 8. She ended up winning by 2 points, and Kailani just sat there and went, well, what just happened? I served a great heat, and she did indeed. But a red-hot Paige in about 4.5 minutes turned in 2 8s and stole the quarterfinal and then went on to win the whole show. So it was definitely no disgrace. Kailani's 6-point ride there. She's back with a vengeance. I think she really wants to go a step better, or 2 steps better than yesterday, and really feature highly, and probably she's aiming to take this thing down for sure.
Yeah, I was watching that heat from the keyhole. I fully thought, I was like, okay, Kai's got this heat, and then suddenly Paige turned on. She didn't catch any waves really until those last 5 minutes, and ended up winning the heat.
All right, here is our next semi-final, just making their way out to the keyhole. That is Nanaho Suzuki in Japan in the red. Kana Nakashio will serve in blue out of Japan. Anon Matsuoka had a great outing yesterday, finished in 3rd place in the women's. She'll serve in white, and Ali Harrison, the lone Australian there, up against 3 Japanese in semi-final 2. Ali will serve in green. All right, so the Japanese have accounted for themselves pretty well in the juniors, 5 out of 8. And then you were in the second quarterfinal. Why don't you just remind us how that went down?
Yeah, I was. I went up against Kobe Enright. Oh, the waves were so good. I remember both of us paddling out and looking at each other and be like, oh my God, the waves are insane. So we were there, and it was a great heat. Kobe absolutely killed it. Came by second, but I'm happy.
You surfed well. You surfed well also. She just had slightly steeper waves when she got her. You know, there was at least 2 steep sections every time she got a good wave, so I think the difference was she was just on slightly better waves. So I thought you surfed really well, Giada.
Thank you. Means a lot. But yeah, that was definitely best waves I've ever had in competition. I'd say that.
Good morning, everybody around the world. Mark Clift.
Giada Legati.
I imagine the TV screen might be on in the Surfing WA office. If it is, happy Monday morning, everybody down there. We just had a blast of a weekend. I've had so much fun at this event. It is the final in our Triple Crown G-Land Cruy Nias. We knock off about 11 o'clock today. Woohoo! I can go back to being a surfer again.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm definitely going out there as well. You see, this is Kokona Kawase on her backside. Really nice first turn. And kind of looks like we're going to start seeing some more waves on the inside again.
Yeah, I did notice that during the free surf. I was having a swim and a bit of a stretch and just watching what was going down. And some of the little runners in here, here she goes now swinging onto this Billy's left.
Oh, Billy's left is back.
The world famous Lagundri Bay left, there it is. Provides 3 huge hits down there on the inside, surfing back towards the Hash Family Surf Camp, just to add a little bit of a bonus to the ride. So a good, well surfed wave there for Kokona. I reckon that's her best. She'll go, maybe, no, I don't think she'll go to the lead, but definitely putting the squeeze on Maniwa, who has priority out the back. There's
There
the
we
boys. I
see.
think that's Shauno there.
And Fede. I think that's Fede. I think it is, yep. He told me earlier he was going to
Yep.
go on the boat this morning.
Yep,
so
and Sean Gilhooly in the blue t-shirt. A few caddies. This is what it looks like from, you know, if you're sitting on the boat. Pretty epic stuff. Shooting straight into the barrel, catching all the action. Sean Gilhooly right there. And that was Liliana Bowery.
still a beautiful day here in Nias. Waves are firing for the Pro Juniors.
Yeah.
Time check in the water, 10 minutes and 20 seconds. We're still waiting for the last wave of red and blue.
Just look through the draw as well. We just mentioned our women's semi-finals. We'll just have a look who's going to represent in the men's. It will be Ryuki Waida, Taro Watanabe, Made Ariana and Oscar Berry in the first semi-final. Jarvis Earl, Kian Martin, Saxon Reba and Leo Castle. Wow, in semi-final number 2. So a red hot morning coming up. It's only going to be a short day, everybody, so you might as well turn your dials onto the Nias Pro and keep it locked and loaded for the next 3 hours. We'll be done here by about 11 o'clock Nias time.
This is Simon Niwa, the winner of the Pro Junior in Krui. She goes past that fatter section and hoping for this one to stand up for her again on the inside, and it does. She hits it once and pulls off. That will definitely, I think, improve her 1 point for 4-3.
Of course it will.
So after those last few waves, we'll see where everyone stands.
So Kokona's ride at the end of the day wasn't all that high scoring, just some rail work, weaving sort of stuff there. This is a pretty strong hit from Sai. We are staying at the same Losman, Snarley's place, right down at the end of the wave.
Oh, the one with the pool table.
No, we don't have a pool table. We do have a great view. We do have a fridge and a little gas burner. got a few rooms there. Snarley's been a good mate for a long time. And it's pretty much right at the end of the wave, the big 3-story white place that you see on your way in. Yep, so that's kind of been my hang for a long time. Really close now for second. They're both sitting on a pair of 407s and some mid-range 3s. So really the only number that you'd really want to be keeping in your scoreline is the 6 there for Kailani.
Yep.
But I don't know, 8 minutes, there might be enough time for everybody else to turn around their 2-wave totals. There's Oscar Berry psyching up for his Pro Juniors. He's had a big outing, hasn't he? He surfed a lot of heats.
Just came up short in the quarters, needing a 903, and got a really great barrel. Came up at an 8.77.
I think he was against Geordie, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Morning, mate. There he is. I was spotted here, but you heard me. There's been a lot of new faces unearthed this week, mate, that I hadn't heard of before. A lot on the women's side of the draw. I've been acquainted with a lot of new Japanese faces this week and through Krui. A lot of young Aussies coming through. There's this real healthy pack charging through. A lot to look forward to out of Australian surfing and Japanese surfing. They're charging. The Filipinos, there's been a lot of them here. Paige Harrod flew the flag as high as possible for the New Zealand nation yesterday.
Yep.
And Geordie Marie did a good job to represent South Africa. Just about won back-to-back titles here. He fell a little shorty at the end. He needed a 7.18. I think his last couple of waves he turned in a 6.7 at some point and was just ripping the bag out of smaller waves and just falling short of that required 7.18 to win and go back-to-back titles.
Yeah, he surfed so well the entire event. So very well deserved, and so happy to see him in the final.
On finals day, he turned in a 9.77 tube ride and a 9.7. The two highest single tube, the second and third highest single tube rides out of the whole event because Marzi just trumped him with a 10-point ride at the perfect time in the grand final. That was the difference. And he was all smiles out of the Goldie. What a great kid. Got swamped by his mates. Must have tipped about a dozen Singaraja beers on him there at the presentation. It was really good. All right, so the requirements, Maniwa to get into the lead, a 6.6, a 3.5 for Kokona, and Liliana with a slow start needs only a 4.8, so they are still well and truly in the mix. Kailani Johnson in the blue right there, trying to improve on a 4.67.
Yes, this is the Nias Pro.
Sure.
So a few people we'd like to thank.
If you can read Billy's handwriting, good luck. Have a go at it.
A few people we would like to thank, especially for yesterday's South Nias District Government, the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, PT Telecom Indonesia, Nias Board Riders, the PSOI, the ASC, the WSL, and the Sorake local people, of course. We'd like to thank Kemenko Martimuvest. I'm not sure what that actually says, but we'll figure it out later. Earth Island and Veer Singaraja.
All right, there was a few of them getting turned upside down yesterday as well. I'm sure maybe again tonight. We've got delay day tomorrow. Tomorrow's day 7, and they're expecting the wind not to be that favourable. The swell, this is just some leftovers from the weekend, from that swell that wrapped up for 2 days. So the decision was made to round things out on day 6, which is right here. And everybody can have a little bit of a lay day before we get back on the road and everybody goes in their own directions.
Yep. I think when I get back, I'm going to have a big plate of pasta. No more nasi goreng for a while.
Well, everybody that's heading towards Bali town, they're all going, oh man, and everybody's described their favourite dish and what they're having, and everybody knows, that the options are much more varied down there in Bali town. It's the sort of place that never shuts. Unlike Nias here, it's really cool, but it is a sleepy surf camp and stuff shuts down pretty early. The options are pretty good with the food side of things, but Bali never shuts.
This is Kailani trying to prove on a 4.67, a really beautiful and bigger set of the day. Wraps it around, and we'll be seeing her take this one to the inside. Finishes this wave off really nicely. So, and right behind her, Liliana Bowery looking for a 4.8. She'll be, we didn't see the first part of this wave, and she just comes unstuck.
Yeah, so we'll no doubt get a replay on Green's wave shortly. I reckon Kailani does extend the lead. Liliana, this is her wave now, so let's see what happens. Little bit of a rail bog, I think, on what might have been the opening turn.
Yeah.
Bit of weaving now, so still no major big blows. This she had a really good go at it, but just couldn't quite maintain balance. We are seeing Simon Iwa at this stage now riding about her 4th wave. Red goes down out the back, so everybody getting a little bit of something out of that set. Let's see what the scoreboard indicates in about a minute or so.
A little bit of a later start this morning. It was good to get that extra hour of sleep.
It was a couple of mornings. Geez, a couple of mornings we started at 6:45. 6:30 call. Sounding the hooter 15 minutes later for a 6:45 bounce down. We had a 6:15 finish one night, following our 6:45 start. So that was pretty hectic stuff. I think that was on Saturday. Yep, close to 50 heats in the last 2 days. No wonder why we're feeling a little drained.
Just a little bit.
Anyway, there will be some scores to come. Geez, that was a decent first turn for a white. Really strong bottom turn. Maniwa laying into a good top turn as well. A little bit of a wrap starting to go on out there in the channel. Wave still pouring through unattended out the back. Here is the replay of Red. Bit of an over the handlebars. Kailani did in fact increase her situation with a 5.1.
She'll be feeling pretty good.
Yeah. She was really a bit bummed yesterday after her performance against Paige Harrod in the quarters, and she's like, well, I know I can serve better, and Billy's got in her ear and given her a bit of mentoring and a bit of counselling. He said, well, in that case, just do it. Good news for her is she's got another chance at redemption here today. It's looking like she's got 1 foot in the final at this point.
As we reach the end of the first heat of today. 5 more to go. And we finished the Nias Pro 2022.
Yep, across 4 divisions. And it sort of signals the end of our Triple Crown through Java, South Sumatra, and over here at Western Sumatra, Nias. All right, I'm not sure whether all the scores are in or not, but at this stage it's a slender second place to Simon Niwa. Kokona may be settling for 3rd here. That is done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. Our first semi-final is over. We'll be back with semi-final 2 shortly.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nias Pro 2022. I'm Jara and I'm in the booth here with Billy.
Yes, good morning. Could be back here for the first time today. Nanaho Suzuki will take on Kana Nakashio. Anon Matsuoka will take on Ellie Harrison. This is semi-final number 2 of the Pro Junior Women. Welcome back to Lagundri Bay. It is Monday. It's Pro Juniors all day, and the conditions are, while not big and life-threatening, absolutely delicious.
Yeah, it's looking really fun out there. It's perfect for the Pro Juniors today. So we'll be seeing lots of actions and hopefully a lot of Billy's left.
Right on. Here goes Suzuki now. Her opening account for the morning. A nice looking top turn. Bit of a carve, excuse me. And the inside section will have a bit more to say on scoring today, I think.
As we see Kai come in, giving everyone high fives and happy to have passed her heat.
Sean Gilhooly out there, the big wave. That's his signature move, folks. He hates getting his photo taken. I can tell you this much. He'll be that uncomfortable right now with that camera in his face. Oh, good work, Ryan. He always puts the model face on so you can't get a good photo of him. Anyway, let's have a look. It looks like, yep, Matsuoka getting caught behind there on her backhand. Now that last heat, please tell me, I wasn't watching, who won, who came second?
So our girl Kailani Johnson came first and second Sai Maniwa, going straight into the final of the Pro Junior. Oh,
Ellie Harrison there slipping behind the curtain, but can't quite negate her way out of that. She'll get caught by the lip. get back out there because there's still 21 and 30 left in this. 25-minute heats all day. It is the Pro Junior event that's been tacked on to the end of the QE 5000. What a fashion. We saw that wrapped up in yesterday. Paige Harrop doing it for the New Zealanders, and then sorry, a bit distracted, and then we saw Marzi Harrison absolutely spanking it with that 10.
The first 10 of the event, and it was in the final. So great to, what a great wave. That was insane. I mean, it was a perfect 10.
Yeah, we'll put a kibosh on those post-heat interviews. The girls will only have a short amount of time to go from the semi-final to the final, so we don't want to distract them too much. We've only got 6 heats to get through today. And this is Ellie Harrison on her first little attempt. A nice little travel time there, but it's pretty small today inside the funnel. So you've got to have a clean exit or you're going to do battle with the doggy door on the way out.
Yeah, so the first wave of red came in at 6.12. 17, sorry.
Yeah, it was a really cool snap off the top. Love the way she got the current arms going out like that. And that nice bent action of the arms makes for a bit of a tight arc snap up top. She didn't lose any momentum at all and kept travelling down the wave.
Taking a quick look, but not liking what they see on that one. So in the free serve, that wave would have been with like 5 people on it. We see the next heat of the men's Pro Junior semis. Get ready. We have in red Ryuki Waida, blue Taro Watabe. We have Made Ariana and Oscar Berry.
Made already checked in, down there flexing, having photos in front of the plexiglass, the WSL plexiglass.
This is Anon Matsuoka.
Really solid yesterday.
Yeah, her backhand is definitely one of my favorites of this event. So strong, very precise. Oh,
take that.
Oh my God, this is in blue Kana Nakashio.
Delightful way to start your morning. A couple of big belts on the lip. This one is rattling through to the inside. And as we mentioned before, this is going to take a little bit of negating into the inside, but it'll be definitely worth the effort. A few lips to be seen, and I heard someone went left before.
Oh yeah, there was a Billy's left moment.
Oh, I like it. Look at this first turn.
Oh, that was beautiful. That is definitely the biggest wave I've seen this morning. So she'll be feeling good after that one, paddling back out with that extra confidence.
Yeah, a lot of speed through her turns and not losing any momentum. Loving that style. Yeah, surfer in red now, Suzuki. She's going to step it up. She totally does. A little bit more aggressive on that first turn. The judges love it. Really lays the hammer into the second one. So really meaning business is Suzuki out. Surfer in red.
Ellie pulls in again. Let's see if she makes it out of this one.
Oh, not quite. A little bit of pinchy on the end. But love her intent. If one of those stays open, Ellie Harrison's going to thread the needle.
Yeah, that was our first attempt, our second attempt, because she got the first one as well, of getting in the barrel today. This is the replay of Anon Matsuoka on her backhand. Oh, wow. That was a great first turn from Anon, just as coming off her replay. So, straight, she got another one. It would be great to see if she did anything on the outside. As we see the caddies out there.
Nice deep bottom turn, wasn't it? That allowed her that vertical attack. And a really nice bit of back foot action. Didn't lose any momentum at all, kept flying down the line. But a nice gouging manoeuvre there from White. Can't wait to see what the judges do with the score of blue and then white. Red.
Oh, I'd love to see red's score come in because that was insane.
Yeah, Nanaho Suzuki been a real solid performance through this entire draw, the women's and the pro junior women's. Here she goes. That's a great hit.
Yeah, and this
Here we
one,
go, operating, back green.
little layback Larry.
Haha, you're getting it. All right. This is Ellie Harrison. We'll cut back there. This is the end of the wave from green. So I'm pretty sure we'll see the beginning of that in just a jiffy.
Looking at it from here, it was looking like a great wave.
Oh yeah.
This is the replay of Ellie Harrison.
Yep, a nice wrapping turn to start this wave. Finds the pocket on that one. A little bit of a slice underneath. So second look on the monitor, it is a little bit safe. I'm not sure it's going to go through the roof, that score, but she's completed a wave and there's still 15:40 to go. She'll go out the back and looking to bank another one of those before she goes absolutely through the roof. Ellie Harrison, a great surfer.
Yes, as we still haven't seen Blue catch a wave, or have. Oh yeah, we have. Sorry. Oh, that was a good one too.
Solid scores for Nanaho, 6.17. I'm pretty sure we're waiting on another score. She takes the lead. Familiar place for her, up the top of the leaderboard. There's a good feeling around the contest site and in the Hash restaurant last night. A lot of celebrations, those young Aussies going absolutely ape droppings after the Prezzo. Really impressed with Jagger Bartholomew. He didn't really speak to anyone the entire contest. Prowling up and down the contest side, his big rig out for everyone to appreciate. Really concentrated, really focused. But I tell you what, as soon as that final siren went and the celebrations at the presentation, he was everyone's mate. Talking to everyone, signing autographs, posing for photos, high-fiving the entire 10,000 people down here. So I've got to appreciate when it's time to compete, super focused. When it's time to play, let's play. Here goes Ellie Harrison now. A bit of a late drop. She's looking for that tube all morning. She can't find it on that one. She's inside now, but just goes over the handlebars.
And right behind her, our surfer in blue,
Matsuoka.
Matsuoka. And she, oh! Ouch.
Yeah, that wouldn't have hurt.
So Nanaho Suzuki's last wave came in at a 7.9, and our surfer that just fell in blue, a 7.83.
Oh, she is not happy with that 6.17 Nanaho. A couple of really savage lip bashes there. She's looking to throw that 6.17 in the bin. This is Matsuoka.
Oh, Matsuoka, a massive first turn and goes straight to the second, right in front of Nanaho Suzuki's face. And just a 3 turns, but beautiful wave from our surfer Anon Matsuoka. We see her smiling at her caddy, having a chat. She's feeling good.
Yeah, this is a larger set wave too. Love that bottom turn, that right hand or that right arm disappearing behind the body. That allows that vertical attack. She was really focused and not happy that Nanaho has got a couple of good waves under her belt. I like this one. Bit of a free fall down with the lip. She goes, I'll give it another crack. And it does so. So a little bit of an overbalance, but throwing everything at that wave.
This is our surfer in blue. Oh, up and over. Straight to the face, that lip. This is semi-final number 2 of the women's Pro Junior.
Yep, beautifully indicator up there, starting to show its face. This is where we've been hanging out all week. I'm kind of staying just around those buildings up there. And those that accommodation stretches all the way down to where we are here and then into the bay.
As it seems like there's more wave action in this heat than the previous one.
Yeah, well, look at that thing out the back there. They call it the indicator for a reason. You see that thing throating its way out the back, you know something's coming your way, and it is. First priority sits with blue. So Kana, ready to rock and roll.
This is Kana, our surfer in blue. Pulls in, doesn't make it out.
Absolutely trounced on that one on the inside. You see a board going this way and a body going that way.
It's great to see the juniors inspired by
Nanaho Suzuki now inside, a bit of a belly flopper and a bit of body surfing inside there.
so many sevens being thrown around in this heat. A 7.9 for Nanaho Suzuki and a 6.30. Ano Matsuoka's last wave came in at 7.70.
Wow, she'd be loving that.
And their surfer in blue, Nakashio, a 7.83.
Yeah, Suzuki upgrading her heat total. 6.30 that last one. So 10:30 to go. There's been a heap of waves ridden, and there's some real decent scores in everybody's column.
Yep. Even Ellie Harrison's a 6.67. That's definitely a keeper. So she's only looking for 5.37 now.
Yeah, that's not much of a requirement, and she'll go straight into the final. It's a full surfer final today in the Pro Junior division. So unlike yesterday where it turned into surfer on surfer action semi-finals onwards, today it is a 4 surfer final. So we've already got Sai Moana and Kalani Johnson taking the 2 slots in that one. The 1 and 2 out of this semi will go straight into that final also. There's the beautiful island of Nias in the background. Facing directly south here. It's a beautiful part of the world. If you're up for a bit of an adventure, come and check it out. There's not just surfing to be experienced here. There's all sorts of cultural experiences to be had.
Yes, we'll be going straight to the men's semi-finals after this.
Yeah, let's have a look at our draw there. I had it up before. So it has been the junior pro women, the pro junior women semi-finals. We are going to go to the pro junior men's semi-finals, and then 2 bang and finals in a row: women's junior and then the men's junior.
Yeah, as we said previously, in the first semi, Ryuki Waida, Tara Watanabe, Madariana Oscar Berry.
Oh, look at Ellie Harrison. She ain't coming out of that one, but please go ahead.
And in the second semi, we have Jarvis Earl, Keon Martin, Saxon Reba, and Leo Casal.
Wow, Leo Casal, been impressed with that young man. Also impressed with Anon. Really bashes that lip. That is Matsuoka. Finding another section to play with, and she absolutely destroys that thing. Wrapping around as the wave fills full of water. She's not going to bother with the inside section because all the damage has been done out the back. I think that is the wave of the morning for me.
Only looking for 6.51. I definitely think she's got it. I agree, that was the wave of the morning. She hit it perfectly 2 times in the position, in the pocket.
Yeah, check out Matsuoka on this one. That right hand, right arm going behind the body. That allows her to get right up into that pocket. Loving the super slow-mo action. Slicing that one. Wow, really impressive form from this lady. She has a really good go at it yesterday. She had a really good go at it yesterday, and she's continuing that form this morning. 9.00, so a 9-point ride in the second heat of the day. Matsuoka on fire.
Yeah, that was the best wave of the day for now. For now, yep.
Geez, we saw some big scores go down yesterday in the piping barrels of Nias. None better than Marzi's 10-pointer in the grand final, but let's relive this one. Really shoves it up in the pocket, couldn't get any tighter. the second one just as good. Loving her form right now. This is Anon Matsuoka.
Priorities with red, second priority with blue. Here we go.
This is Blue looking for a 6.38 to go to the advancing position and make her way to the final.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's definitely looking very strong this morning. Our young Japanese surfer.
Nakashio, Kana Nakashio, really polished, disappearing into the morning glare. Of course, you get up in the morning and the sun is barreling straight at you, straight into your eyes. That's a nice deep bottom turn to start off.
Great surfing from our woman in blue. She wraps around this section as it does tend to get a little fatter until it reaches that inside reef. So
great vision, great images coming at you around the world. I hope you're enjoying it. It's been a fantastic week here in Nias. You can see our competition site, and just to the right of the screen, that is the Hash Family Surf Camp. We're just in behind the big beer sign there, the Singaraja sign. And that's yesterday it was absolutely brimming with people on a Sunday. A bit sleepier this morning. We've got 6 heats of the Pro Juniors to wrap up, and that will see out the Nias Pro 2022. Stairway to Heaven just there on the left of screen, and a beautiful vista of the waves and the bay at Lagundri here.
the most slippery Stairway to Heaven.
Suzuki, she is not finished yet. She's really going to push it, and that is the consequence. She needs that 8.81, so there's no use mucking around with small and half maneuvers. You've got to go big if you want that first position. So at the moment is looking like 3 Japanese surfers and 1 Indonesian surfer in the final. There's still 4 and 25 to go. However, they're quite big, well, quite large requirements there. 7.54, and Nakashio with that 6.38.
She already got a 7.83, so it's definitely something she can do. She just needs the right wave for it. The sun came out in Nias again. Another beautiful morning.
You can see in the background there the waves breaking behind that reef system. Yesterday we could see them totally tubing and a bit larger than it is this morning. So conditions settled down a little. We got to finish the QS 5000 in absolutely pristine waves, and a really good feeling on the beach on a Sunday. There was thousands of people down here, especially during the final. Saw old Marzi Harrison, he after the presentation, he was stuck, and I'm not joking, for an hour getting selfies with everyone on the beach. He was really good about it, high-fiving, posing with the kids, and the locals here were absolutely lapping it up. I love him. His platinum blonde hair and his big cheesy grin. He is going to be in so many people's Instagram feeds.
Here we're seeing some more wave action come.
Yep, first priority is sitting with Ellie Harrison. She gives a good kick. This is a good looking wave, nice deep bottom turn, and a beautiful snap in the pocket. Bit of a wheelie so she doesn't come off. Finds the curtain this time. She comes out of the doggy door. Ellie Harrison getting going with 2:33 to go. Her requirement is a 7.54. She's given herself every chance on this wave, sticking with it to the inside. 2:25 to go. She gives a bit of a John Travolta hair swack, and wow, this could be close.
It could. It would be great to see this is exactly what I was going to say. This first turn looked crazy. Look at the water throwing. She goes behind the curtain. She comes out, and another beautiful wrap to the whitewash. It would be great to see what the judges think of this. you know, how yesterday was all about the barrel, but today's smaller, so we'll see what comes out.
Get going to turns, and no stranger to massive turns is Anon Matsuoka. That first one, an absolute belter. The second one, she can't quite hold on. Tried to wind the windows up, but need the electric ones.
Here is Red out the back. Our current quick lip to the face. Great exchange from our girls out in the second semi-final. Here we have the replay of Anon Matsuoka. First backhand, and then here's straight to the second.
Yeah, almost pulled it off, didn't she? Suzuki finding the pocket, dealing with it. And the second one, same story.
Ellie Harrison's wave just coming up short.
Yeah, 6.73, there's 40 seconds to go. She'll be way down on the priority table, but she's given it a good crack. She's hoping a smaller inside one comes with 30 seconds to go. She still has a hefty requirement of that 7.48. There is something showing its face. It's got 25 seconds to sort this out, but is blue with first priority.
Looking for 6.38. Let's see what this wave can offer for our surfer in blue.
Just comes up short on that second turn attempt. 5 seconds, that could be the result. This is semi-final number 2. It's Matsuoka and Suzuki through to the final. We are going to cut to a short ad break, and we'll be back with semi-finals junior men's. This is the Qualifyng Pro 2022. We're back and we're live, and we are in fact at the Nias Pro 2022. We're not at Qualifyng, that was last week. It has been a long couple of contests, but I'm welcoming back into the commentary booth Mark Clift. Have a look at these surfers in this semi, mate.
All right, well, I just saw Made Ariana Rider wave. This is Oscar Berry in the green out of Australia. Ryuki Waida representing Indonesia is in red. Oscar just teeing off here, and Taro Watanabe out of the USA, Japanese heritage, will be surfing in blue.
Yeah, Taro's been super impressive, hasn't he?
Well, same with Oscar and Ryuki. It's a ridiculously talented field. 4 of the best standing in this semi-final. The next one is an absolute huge semi-final matchup as well, mate. So the Pro Juniors have not disappointed. Better than my expectations were, and a lot of these guys went a really long way in the men's draw as well.
Yeah, I like the attachment of the Pro Juniors onto the QS 5000. You know, they get an extra surf when they travel all this way to Qualifyng and to Nias, and also we get to check them out a bit more of their talent in both draws.
Extra bit of a payday, surf some more heats. Some guys using it Pro Junior as a warm-up for the Opens. Some are using the Opens as a warm-up for the Juniors. And same on the women's side of the draw as well. But, geez, haven't the Japanese surfers done really well on the women's side of the draw? There's 3 of them in the finals. And Kailani Johnson representing Indonesia as the sole remaining non-Japanese in the women's final. That will be coming up in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, you'd like to pick a favourite in that final, but all women just totally on fire. There's Kean Martin strutting around, giving the high fives down there as he collects his rashi. He's going to have his hands full with Jarvis Earl, Saxon Reba and Leo Casal.
Yeah, that is a seriously stacked semi-final, as this one. We just saw Taro drop out of the priority ranking. He did have second there temporarily, I think, and dropped back to third. That's Oscar out the back there in the green. Some numbers pending. I think they're actually in. A 5.83 for Oscar. 4.13 for Marde. A low number there for Taro, and Rio, I think, hasn't ridden a wave.
No, he sits out the first priority, mate, so it suggests that he's waveless. Super patient young man, very laser focused once the siren goes and the rashi is on. But as Oscar Berry out to a decent lead, he'll be looking to make that his backup score, I'm pretty sure, in the next 20 and 50 seconds.
Yep, looks like an incoming set as well. The boys are all paddling out a little further. So top priority would think maybe Red's having a look at this, but he doesn't. He handballs it over to Oscar Berry. Here we go now. So the big Australian riding his trusty Dahlbergs, putting them through their paces, and they've been going really well. Crunching a big hit there. A little bit of a wobble, but he sort of puts him in good stead for a cutback. Out the back, I was just seeing someone get a draining tube, Billy.
Well, who else is it but Ryuki Waida? Can't wait to see the beginning of this wave. He really snaps it in the pocket, and look how confident he is.
Yep, just flicking straight out. I think his immediate theory is try and beat Oscar back out. He's pumped though, good ride.
Yeah, here's the beginning of it, tucking straight under the curtain. He's done this a lot of times this week. Straight into a big open wing cutback, and finding the pocket on the second turning attempt. So very solid start. What'd you like about Oscar, mate?
Oh, look, he always does strong manoeuvres. That was a really nice setup turn, a little bit of a drift across the coping. This had a mini wobble attached to it, but kind of disguised it well and turned it into a cutback.
He did well to stay on, didn't he? He was totally bent out of shape, doing a bit of the twist stance move.
All right, so out of all that, advantage to Ryuki. The judges have, obviously been rewarding the barrel very highly this week. It was a real good effort at that at the tube. I remember a couple of days ago, Ryuki put a 9.67 together on one tube ride. So he knows how to find the hole out here at Lagundri Bay. It's going to be a real strong score. I'm tipping for sure the best score of this semi-final so far.
There is the road to the final. Very briefly, but of course, unlike yesterday, this will be a 4-man final. Yesterday it was surfer action after the semis, and the Pro Junior will feature 4 surfers in the final. So it's going to be cutthroat, it's going to be rapid fire, and there'll be no waiting around. We're going to have our work cut out for us, as will the judges, but it's going to be very exciting.
I really like it, because when we're sitting here, the man-on-man stuff, sometimes not a lot of waves ridden, a lot of downtime. It's still really good to watch, but 4-man heats, there's non-stop action generally. Every wave in every set most of the time gets utilised, so it gives us more work to do, more stuff to talk about, and generally it helps things tick over fairly quick. 7.5 there for the Ryuki tube. Oscar's got a pair of 5s in the lead, but Ryuki's 7.5 is definitely a solid announcement that he's a serious contender here for the title.
He is definitely here to play. He was watching all the action happen yesterday in the Opens, in the senior men's. And why he had a smile on his face, and I knew he was wishing he'd be out there.
But he always had in the back of his mind, he still had some unfinished business here. This is it. A little tidy up at both sides of the Pro Juniors. 6 heats to go today. With this is effectively heat 3 of our 6 heat day. I can see Jarvis out there with the red rashy on, ready to rock and roll next heat. It's a real tough one too, because all these guys in fine form. Jarvis, Kian Martin, Saxon Reba, Leo Castle.
Couple of Aussies taking on a Swede and a Brazilian.
Yep, couple of goofies, couple of natural footers. Well, 3 goofies actually. So, bit of performing last night, Billy, or did you pull the handbrake on?
Bit of dinner, a bit of. I was pretty high, bit of a natural high after that. After that fantastic final, and I loved the presentation when the Australian guys got up all around Marzi when he was holding that winner's check above his head. It was something that warms the cockles of an Australian surf fan's heart. I sent it out to Jejuan Smith from the Swellians. He absolutely loved it.
Drenching him in Singaraja.
Oh yeah, how
he
good
was
well
mobbed.
Yep.
Little posse of young Australian men getting around him. That was epic, and who can forget his wave in with his sister standing next to him as well. You know, imagine being the Harrisons at home watching that, mum and dad.
Very special moment.
Yep. Okay, Oscar Berry now trying to improve on a 5.17. He's got a pretty nice wall ahead of him. I can see it stretching well out into the channel here, so I would hesitate that it's going to go a fair way.
Wow.
All right, he doesn't want to buy into any of the piece of the inside. It's not running too badly through there this morning as well, but the theory is get the work done out the back, get off and reset. Sure, he wants a barrel at some point. Yep, good strong surfing, Billy. What do you like about this?
Well, it wasn't a real big set wave, so he's got to make the most of it. Beautiful wrapping turn, kind of pulls it short. This one he doesn't pull short. Does the board does the full 180, and same with number 3. He probably could have stuck with the inside there, but the rewards are probably only half a point to maybe a point. So he'll be looking out to get back and get out the back and get a wave similar to Red's 7.50 for that tube for a wader. That's what he's after.
Yep, barrel coming up. He's still got 15 minutes, so 25-minute semi-finals. Still got a majority of it to go. Ryuki, though, was the most patient out of that first exchange, and the reward was he got the best wave, he got a great tube, threw in a couple of really strong hits as well, and hey presto, 7.50 in the box seat.
Yep. Taro out there also looking to get his campaign going. I'm sure Brad Gerlach is watching over there on the East Coast, doing a bit of coaching with the young man. Known him for a while, saw a little post that he put up yesterday, and this is my first time seeing him surf in the flesh. It's been pretty impressive.
Sure has, mate. There's been a lot of quality campaigns throughout the Nias Pro. Things are a little wobbly down there through Crewy, but there was a lot of people that stood up at here. There's been, you know, just the depth is just undeniable. Here goes Taro right now.
He does. He has the slip under the lip. That was so stylish. I really liked it. It's not going to get many points, but I like the way he kind of kick-stalled it underneath the lip and then travelled for a fair while. A messy exit. So I don't think the judges are going to go too much into the high end of the scoring range, but we'll see what happens.
Well, look, he needed to get moving. He was on the bottom of the pile. It wasn't a bad wave. It was decision time to try and get back into this heat. So this little thing here, yep, had a touch of the Gerlachs about it, mate, getting into that tube. You know, so well coached there, Brad. Your boy will put it together. There it is. It's only a 3.17, but it does get him in the groove, starting to feel the rhythm now and feel the power of the ocean and what it's all about out here at Lagundri Bay this morning. You can see the play day that the Pro Juniors have got. The indicator up top is going nuts. Yesterday afternoon, Billy, while you guys were watching the State of Origin, I was watching a really good free surf go on. And some of the waves that were going on up there, my goodness, they had my attention big time. The indicator was looking really strong yesterday, Arvo.
I saw the TV screen was right there, and you had your back turned to it because Queensland were getting absolutely spanked by the Blues. It was a great afternoon. And Aussie won the men's QE 5000, and then New South Wales absolutely took it to Queensland. I was in heaven.
So, you know what? That's 1-1.
That's 1-1.
We're now even.
Yep.
All right, here we go. on the hunt. White has priority, so it is Mate Ariana. Of course, he's going to take this wave. Oscar says, leave it for me. No chance. Here he goes, the goofy footer.
The goofy footer from Bali. He's going to have to go deep. He's going to have to go hard. He does that. A good-looking first turn. It wraps it around now. A nice high line, 180. I like that. And also a small snap to finish it off. So 3 lip bashes, and Mate is out of there.
Oscar Berry doesn't like what he sees. He's got a whole lot of the frothy stuff left over from Mate's wave. As Watanabe earned just over 3 points for his effort. A little kick stall tube sort of thing. Cover up. Good size wave here. So this will give us a better read on where the score goes, because the front on view, this is what the judges are seeing. He was still sort of doing a whole lot of setup on this wave to get to there. No real brutal moments. The score will be fairly mellow.
I like that second one, how he chucks a real high line U-bolt, you know, chucks a whole U-turn, brings his board all around like 180 degrees, all in the top third of the wave.
Yep, the judges will be noting the power moves that Oscar Berry's been throwing down. Mate, for me, never really sunk his teeth into it as much as Oscar does, so they're throwing 5s at Oscar. Let's see what they throw at Mate. But how was some of that drone work from Ryan yesterday, mate? I got a lot of hits from my friends around the world that were just digging the drone footage. A lot of them said the best coverage they've ever seen out of a WSL event. Heavily due to the looking into the tube angle there and watching Marzi's 10-point tube there in the final, and a whole lot of the other epic tube rides that went down from the bird's eye view. It was totally classic. Following them all the way through their rides as well, it was some pretty handy drone operating.
It really was. I got one from Andrew Sheridan. Of course, he is in Carissa Moore's camp when she's in Australia. Sick comp to watch. The drone guy was good, eh?
He was.
Yeah. Good on you, Shero. I hope you're tuning in this morning and enjoying the broadcast, as everyone is, wherever you are around the world. That is Saxon Reba getting ready to go in semi-final number 2.
And for those around the world that do know Shero, obviously Margaret River's premier bricklayer as well.
Yep. Awesome tradie, awesome coach, excellent haircut.
Good fella. On you, Shero. All right, so let's see where Mate's score went. He's still chasing. He's still on the bottom of the pack, so the judges weren't heavily... Here we go. The number's in now. It's only a 4, a low 4. So, yep, they kept it under Oscar's rail work. I reckon that's fair enough, because Oscar was sort of bearing more rail, being a bit more convincing with his moves. Here's a little debrief between two famous goofy footers, Reef Hazelwood there and Jarvis. Look at him.
Who's got the biggest smile? Look at them. They have been loving their time here at Nias.
Right on cue. Ryan's got the drone in their face, so psyching up, geeing each other up, goofy foot to goofy foot. You guys seem to hang pretty tight, you goofies.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think goofy footers love going left way more than natural footers love going right.
we can do it all. You guys seem to just... Jarvis is going to have to look over his shoulder here and do it on his backhand, and we've noted this week pretty handy work on his backhand.
Oh, yep.
So look how close this is. 0.03 for second spot between Ryuki, who only has one wave, and Mate, who's chipping away with a couple of low numbers. So Ryuki will no doubt know 8 minutes, top priority. All right, stay composed, stay staunch. He doesn't need much to go into the lead. Oscar Berry will be feeling a little threatened in his position as well, just packing a couple of 5s. So for me, it's still wide open. It really depends on how these next 8 minutes pan out and how many waves we get in the next set.
Yep, spot on, Mark. Those requirements are not big at all.
Another nice work day unfolding in front of us, mate. Crystal clear conditions, beautiful scene out here, looking out front of the Hash Family Surf Camp. I just see Jarvis pick up his board and begin his trot up to the keyhole.
Yep, he's going to flick the switch once he jumps in the water. The Smiling Assassin, been taking a lot of scalps in Krui and also here in Nias.
And a lot of hits. from my friends around the world going, wow, this kid seems to be the real deal. There's a lot of hype in the Jarvis Earl camp. We've mentioned him non-stop. We might be doing a bit of an overplay on the Jarvis theory, but look, he's just totally taken you know, my attention, and I can see what he's done in Crewy, what he's done here, the competitive smarts, the skill set. Was a real lot to like. So there is the keyhole. That's Saxon Reba about to jump off. Pretty sure Saxon said he's a lifeguard out at Manly. Pretty sure it was Saxon.
Oh, right.
We just saw Leo Castle also jumping in. So we've got 3 goofy footers coming up next. Ken Martin, the sole remaining natural footer in that semi on that side of the draw. Trying to book our 4 spots in the grand final. In fact, that might have been Kean jumping out there in the blue. That is Saxon there in the white. Blue or green? Nah, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
we'll get to that in a minute.
It's early in the morning, mate. But in the water, it is blue with priority. He's not interested in that, so our surfer in white gets a crack at it. This is Made. It's a smaller wave, and it's a little bit of a lateral lip bash. And a snap in the pocket. He is looking to better a 3.17. It's going to be borderline.
Blue ripping in out the back now, just taking the top off that thing, Taro Watanabe. He's been surfing super slick all week, mate. That surfboard of his, the Paizo, we know it's a little swallowtail, has just been glued to his feet. Some really strong surfing right there. I'm sure he's going to love the feeling he got out of that first turn. He just sliced the top off it, mate. So I'm looking forward to seeing the replay. Made's wave went a little flat kind of quickly. I reckon Taro will potentially, might have a little bit of joy coming his way. May go into second. He does. There we go. So Rio, he's going to have to use this priority. We're coming down to 5:30. He's got second priority, only 1 wave. I think it was a 4-3. No, Taro Watanabe, where is he? Score's not in yet. That's Made into second at this point. A little bit of a challenge now from Oscar.
Yep, totally bashes that first section. Follows suit with the next. This is like a replay of his first wave. So we'll see where the judges go. But yeah, Taro, that is what we know he can do. Really electric surfing.
Yep.
The surfer in blue, here he goes. That first turn is just straight out of a coach's playbook. Really loving it. That one a little bit more aggressive. And that cutback, super classic style.
Yep, just really solid base of foundation sort of manoeuvres, and doesn't really, adds a little spice and eye-catchingness to what he does. This wave for Made. Once again, he's just struggling to find 2 really big sections on a wave. Oscar, a bit more of the same out of Oscar on this one. So the tube of Ryuki's has definitely been the point of difference in this heat. Everything else, I guess, due to the fact that they haven't really had a bigger set. They've had one bigger set wave. Ryuki was on it, hence the 7.5. Everything else is just a bit of rail work, and the judges are struggling to get out of the 3 to 5.5 range.
Yep, well, Ryuki's going to have to do it in 2 waves because there's only 4 and 13 seconds remaining. So he doesn't mind the pressure.
Well, it paid off to get that first wave, so he's just kind of biding his time, going, yep, you only need 2 to win. Just got to beat 2 guys as a minimum. Numbers coming through now. We have gone above 6 for Watanabe, so the judge is really liking the rail work and the style and the you know, just the flow, and his connection was really strong on that wave. So a worthy number, second best score of the heat. Oscar did not improve his situation, so the requirements are high 4s for blue and white to either go into the lead or to muscle his way into second for Made. But Rio now is on the hunt, Billy.
Yep, 3.25 to go. This is not a big barreling wave, but he needs a backup score. Going about it very nicely. Second slicing turn. He's going to stick with this one, I reckon, Mark. Or he's not.
No. So anyway, he'll get the number. Did wait a long time for that. He probably just started feeling the pinch and went, well, just in case. I only need a 1.7, so just in case, I better go and put something down that's going to get me into second, and then see if he can shut the door in the last 3 minutes.
He has the Rashi flying. He's got a bit of speed on that wave.
Yep. Oscar's on the hunt now. Third priority. The boys let him go. So it'll take us through this one, Billy.
The Aussie now looking to solidify that first place. That's a couple of good-looking lip bashes. The big Aussie feeling the groove here and in the morning at Nias. Out the back is Tyro.
All right, once again, picking up where he left off last wave, just slick and smooth and fast and just putting a little bit of X factor on most turns. Really, really strong surfing right there, but there was a bigger wave out the back.
Yep, the young Balinese lad now on his backhand. That's a better turn. That's the stuff we know he can do. This wave allowing him to show the judges what he's got in his bag of tricks.
All right, well, I can sense some upgrades from in every camp.
Oh, look at this
is going to be very interesting. A three-way paddle battle going on now. Yeah, I reckon everybody's got a bit to look forward to once these announcements come through, so stand by.
First of it, a 4.57 from Red. That takes him probably temporarily into the lead. We'll see where the rest of the scores fall. As the boys, three-way paddle. No, it is Mate who's given up.
And there's going to be good numbers for all these guys because I liked all their rides. I think pretty much all their better scores. So let's see how high these little upgrades go. Oscar currently in second, Taro currently in third, and Mate currently in fourth, but it could go anywhere, this one, this exchange.
That was a really cool holding of the rail for an extended time from the Australian Oscar Berry.
But same with Blue. He did a lot similar. He was thinking about a tube here, so you goofy footer, mate.
Yeah, I like that turn though.
That's his best turn.
Drifts those fins a little bit.
Yep, so I reckon his best wave. I reckon potentially Taro's best wave as well. So let's have a look at the work he did here.
He's got like a nitrous button. He goes from cruising to full speed in a split second.
Really sharp surfing. That was just pinpoint accuracy on all his moves. So I think we've got some big numbers about to come. Oscar's dropped the 703. Watanabe is the 7. Mate's number, I don't think he's in yet.
Mate, 32 to go. It's Red who needs a score, and he's going to paddle into this one. So only the third wave ridden by Ryuki. He's going to have to go big, and he's going to have to go aggressive. He does that little free fall out of the lip. A nice carving manoeuvre to follow that up, but it's a smaller wave. He's going to have to stick with it. It's only 14 seconds. He gives himself a fist pump, but wow, that might be a little bit premature because out the back.
Taro just slicing the tail around in a full fin blow. I think Ryuki's wave, when we see it again, mate, actually did have a bit of height to it. It wasn't the biggest wave in the heat, but Taro's mixing it up. Taro's first turn was really brutal. Ryuki's made his way in. It's going to be really close. He needed a mid-5. He did a lot of pretty good surfing on that. He was feeling it. As soon as he, finished his last couple of moves, he looked at the judges and the claim went up. So a very close result out of all this. Do we stick with it or do we throw to a break? What do we do? Here it is again. So let's just have a look at these replays firstly, because the judges are going to take a little while to get these numbers right. It is Ryuki.
Yeah, second look for that. It's going to be touch and go. We're going to go to a commercial break and we'll come back with those results after this. We are looking at semi-final number 2, Mark Clift and Giada.
that is the makeup of our 4-person semi-final number 2 Pro Junior Men's. That is Jarvis Earl there in the red. It's just started. Kian Martin is there in the blue. In the white is Saxon Reba, and in the green is Leo Castle. There's the official results. So Taro Watanabe, he came out of 4th place. He was sitting there for most of it, worked his way up into the lead. Oscar Berry, a job well done, surfer in green, and Ryuki not far behind. Geez, there was less than half a point in it. So a good result, and Made will have to settle for 4th. It was an interesting heat to watch. There was a lot going on, a lot of high scores. Giada, some great camera work again, as we just saw Kian finishing off his first wave. Did you catch much of that heat?
No, I wasn't. I was having breakfast, so I just...
It was really entertaining. It was a little sleepy, and it really ramped up right at the end. We just saw Jarvis there as well. So yeah, some big hits, some solid surfing. There was a really good tube. Ryuki started with the 7.5 and ended up 3rd.
Oh, I did catch a glimpse of that one. At one point, Ryuki only needed like a 1 something, so I was like, oh, I'm sure he's got this heat down. But yeah, looking at it now, you know, there's some really big scores thrown into that last one.
Yeah, there was a lot of waves at the end, and that made the difference. Everyone got their opportunity to express themselves, as young Leo Castle is right here. So yeah, everybody had the chances at the end. Watanabe definitely really spicy surfing, just slick, sharp manoeuvres, really clever with his manoeuvre selection, and really just connected all the dots super well. So it's no surprise that Blue won that heat. Ryuki was trying to just extract a mid-range 5 there at the end, but I think Oscar Berry also did enough to convincingly get into a qualifying position. Look at the paddle battle going on here for red and green.
Yes, it looks like green has the slight advantage. Oh,
how's his
red's
technique?
catching
The way he keeps looking over his shoulder. Every paddle he's looking at Jarvis. Jarvis is not paying him any attention. He's just focusing on the power paddling, and he's just edged ahead here. So this is quite important. I mean, it's only for 3rd priority, but you never know. They're all really strong surfers. They're competitive beasts, and this sort of stuff is just bred into them to do this.
Look at how Jarvis actually managed to pass Leo.
Yep. Leo's technique was interesting, but Leo gets 3rd priority, all right? So maybe because they got back at exactly the same time, the judges have gone, well, it might have come down to who rode last waves and all that sort of stuff. The decision was made to give it to Leo, though. Jarvis will probably look over his shoulder and go, okay. Scores, Leo Castle a 5.83, Kian Martin a 3.83. Jarvis wasn't much, he fell off early. And same for Saxon, not a lot going on right there, but plenty of time on the clock. 2nd semi-final for the Pro Junior Men's. Up next will be a 30-minute final for the Pro Junior Women's. This will feature 3 Japanese surfers and Kailani Johnson out of Bali.
Yes, exciting stuff. Japanese surfers really took over this Pro Junior Women's side, huh?
And Simon Iwa, who is in that final. Blew it to pieces down there in Krui and won that, so she is in back-to-back opportunities to take 2 titles out of 2 events.
As you see Anon coming up and getting ready for her heat.
Here we go. So this is the replay of Castle's 5.83. Typically strong surfing, well measured. Jarvis just a bit of a speed line for a 1-point ride. So they all sit shoulder to shoulder. That's Reba in the white there. The goofy footer, he'll have top priority, so his campaign didn't start as he would have hoped on his first exchange. Same with Jarvis. A low number for Kian, and effectively maybe a keeper there for Castle. So what did you make of the morning so far, Giada?
Well, the 2nd semi-final of the women was so impressive. Some really big scores. Anon getting a 9. And just like 7s and 6s and 8s being thrown around everywhere. So I thought that was really entertaining to watch.
And here is our final. I can see the women down there just having chats and a bit of pleasantries with the beach marshal, Justin Bulolo. the big chief. It will be Kailani Johnson in the red. It will be Simon Iwa in the blue. And on Matsuoka's putting on the white rash vest right there. And in the green is going to be Nanaho Suzuki. Meanwhile, Reddy's up.
This is Red Jarvis Earl on his backhand. A beautiful first and second turn. It was a smaller inside wave. I think he could have been... Oh no, he had priority.
It was pretty spicy surfing,
Yeah.
you know. There was sharp, it was in the pocket. It was a small wave, but due to the fact that his first one didn't go down very well, we were keen checking the drone. He decided just to stay busy and get some sort of number on the board. It might turn into the second best wave of the heat. So there's something coming through now. Castle likes what he sees down the line. He's just having a bit of a sniff, doesn't pull the trigger. For me, looking out the balcony, it wasn't too bad. A smaller wave, but it is hugging the reef. A few bowly sections right there. Well, it's their choice. They're being a little patient at the start of this heat.
Yeah, a little bit of a slower. We're seeing that a lot. The beginning of heats are starting off quite slow, but then those last minutes are super action-packed.
Yeah, that last semi definitely came to life. So there is Jarvis's score. Fits just under Castle, a 5.67, a good result. It was definitely worth him catching that.
Yep.
Well, a 5.67 total, so he had a 1, so it must have been a 4.67.
Knowing Jarvis, he'll be definitely looking for something higher to secure his spot in that final.
All right, well, the good news is there's still 18 minutes, and as you were suggesting, that back end of that last semi-final did light up. So it's no fuss for these guys. They've only had 7 minutes chip off the clock. So they'll be keeping the belief alive that there's plenty of opportunity out there in the ocean. This morning's free surf looked really good. I was a bit jealous when I got up and went, oh damn, those juniors have got I got what I'd love to be surfing in, and gonna have to reacquaint myself with my surfboard this afternoon, I think, and get out there.
Yeah, I think I'll be joining you out there as well. It's looking super fun. I might even try to take that foamy out.
Do we try and pull a officials hour and clear the lineup?
Just an hour will do. Officials only.
So Reba's sat there for quite a while with priority, the surfer in white. I can see some movement out the back in the channel. I think there might be a set on the way. There is. Boys are paddling pretty hard now, so let's see. Castle's pulled the trigger on a small inside first wave of this set.
Oh, really
Yep, laying it down.
really effective.
Let's see what happens behind this, though.
There is no one on that set.
What?
I think the boys must have been just out of position for that one.
Maybe. That was a wasted opportunity, but Castle will be pretty happy with that little failure to capitalise there for the boys. Wasn't a big wave that he rode, but once again, the Brazilian is a bit of a nugget. He's short, he's strong. This is him. Look at the size of this wave. Could be the smallest wave ridden this morning, but throwing the board up. Gets a second bonus section. Yeah, I sort of thought good effort, Leo. No advantage there because no one else even budged during that set, so wasted opportunities to the two Australians and the Kian. 4.9. Okay, so a worthy effort. Now got the two best numbers in the green column, so well done, Leo Castle. I can see the Japanese women going through their motions. One of them's warming up with some star jumps. The other one's drinking a big bottle of water, trying to get in the groove.
The first final of the day, straight after this heat.
Yep, 30-minute final as well. So you can see the requirements there. They're not big. There have been no devastating numbers thrown down in this semi-final. So effectively, if we get a little flurry like the back end of that last semi-final, everybody can still catch up pretty handily. Yep, 5.83 the best number. Everything over that under 5 points.
Great day of waves. Slightly smaller than yesterday, but still pumping for the juniors. I would be so stoked on a heat like this.
A little sleepy at this stage, but if you're having free surf, I imagine a lot of these smaller waves would be getting ridden. They are still quite surfable. They still look like really good fun. The boys, obviously it's their decision and they're waiting for bigger sets. The judges like to see the full set waves utilised. Maybe they watched Ryuki's performance and that tube he got. So that is also an option, and it's probably the preferred option when a good set comes. I can see Simoniwa there in the blue just psyching up with her caddy.
Another final. Back-to-back Pro Junior finals for Simoniwa. It's an all-Japanese, one Indonesian.
Yeah, so I haven't seen Kailani. I wonder what she's doing to get herself in the groove. 3 Japanese are down there taking different approaches. It's whatever works for yourself. Everybody's different, and I'm seeing 3 different approaches to getting in the zone right now. Green's given a thumbs up to her coach. She's ready to walk up to the keyhole.
So what's your plan after this?
You mean today, or back to Bali with the crew on Wednesday? It's going to be a bit of a shuffle. I think we've got 3 flights ahead of us on that day. Then going to have to wait for my board bag, so it depends what day that gets there, and then I'm definitely going to head east.
There's a battle, truck or airplane?
I'm going the aeroplane. I'm going to hedge my bets that the aeroplane will be quicker than a truck driving all the way back to Bali.
Yeah, I agree.
We've got a lot of board bags to shuffle out of here. The planes are quite small. So the option is you hedge your bets on putting your board on a plane. It might travel the same day as us. It might be a day behind us. Worst case scenario, 2 days behind us. The truck, they reckon 4 to 5 days.
Leaves tomorrow.
Anyway, I think I've gone the aeroplane option.
I'm still deciding. There's a swell on the way, so I'd like my boards back with me as quickly as possible. Guess we'll see.
All right, so we've just ticked over halfway mark of semi-final 2. On paper, it's an epic matchup. Really strong surfers. 3 goofy footers. Kian Martin hasn't really had much of an opportunity to this point, but he does have second priority. Saxon Reba just 1 score below a point, so he'll be pretty edgy.
We see Anon Matsuoka and her caddy all smiles as she goes and walks to her final.
Castle hunting around on the inside again. It's worked for him so far, so another one of these small little reef huggers. Not that time, he says. No biggie when you got 4th priority.
Yeah, already creating that space between first and second. Jarvis needing a 6 now, so it's not a small requirement, but something that he can do. So we'll see if Leo Casal's strategy does pay off.
Yeah, let's see if that still holds up at the end of this, because hopefully the back end of this semi-final does what the last one did. I can see Kailani now with the red rash vest on, ready to do battle in the Women's Pro Junior final. Off she goes to the keyhole.
There she is. The last Indonesian standing in the Pro Junior.
The tallest of them all. She was a little bummed with her effort yesterday in the quarterfinal. She surfed a great quarterfinal, but didn't get where she wanted to. So here is Reba. He's waited a long time for this. It looks like he's a little out of sync. A nice recovery, but the judges will see that there was a little error right there. He'll know it. He let a lot of time chip off the clock to get that wave, and just left himself hanging.
Yeah, we're reaching the 10-minute mark of this heat.
You can see Kean was asking for an update as well, a time check, so everybody out there would be going, things are getting a little nervy in the camp.
Yeah.
Green won't mind one bit. He knows he's got a stacked field up against, and the less surfing they do, the better it goes for Leo. I want to see a set. I want to see this surfed out.
Me too. I want to see some great surfing because these are some amazing athletes in the water right now. Each and every single one of them out there can get those big, excellent scores. So we're hoping for something to come by as we speak. A set is approaching.
All right, Castle says no worries. Off you go then, Saxon. Let's see if he can do better than his last effort. That was pretty tidy. Repeats again, another big heavy hit, 2 strong moves. He'll be much more impressed with that effort. A 3.65 to get to second. I think he'll move there.
Dolphin.
Yeah, they've been out there all morning. Is that the first time you've noticed it?
Yeah.
They've been out there all morning.
What?
Yes.
Why didn't anyone say anything?
I thought you saw it. I thought it was obvious. Come on.
That was insane.
Anyway, here we go. So Kian is on.
Oh, go Kian. This is our surfer. He pulls in, makes it out, and wraps it around to the whitewash. That would be his second wave ridden. And right behind him, Jarvis Earl. We miss his first part of the wave, but we'll see those replays.
All right, so 3 numbers to drop. Kian, Jarvis, and Saxon.
While we wait for those replays, can't believe there's dolphins out there.
Well, they do live in the ocean. It's not that uncommon. They've been out there all morning. Giada. Coming from Western Australia, we see them all the time down in Margaret River area. They always come through the lineup, and when they do, there's generally a set on the way. They always surf the waves. They do these big flick outs out the back. Coolest animals ever. And they, it's an everyday thing down there in the southwest of WA. These are the replays, so make up your mind, everybody. See which one you like best. Kian was a semi-finalist yesterday. Some decent surfing on that wave for Kian. Same with Saxon. 2 pretty big hits. Slightly smaller wave, but this was pretty brutal. Boom, fins out. Judges now need to make a decision and kind of try and separate the score. So this is what Jarvis did, because we missed the start of that.
Yeah, it was, the dolphin again on the replay.
They live in the ocean, Giada, remember that? So there we go. I think looking a little nervous was Jarvis on his wave. He was just trying to finish that thing. Here he goes again now. So let's see what he can bring this time. Get up there and really show us your stuff. Blows the fins out. The pressure is mounting.
Yeah, as we're reaching those last 6 minutes, 40 seconds, we're seeing a little more motion out there, which is great. We see a set with priority with Leo as he does manage to get this bomb. Let's see what he does. First, backhand hack and straight into the second one in the pocket. Throws buckets of water, and he's liking how that felt.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody's in the...
Does he make it out?
He's still there.
He's still in there, and he makes it out. That is why he was in the semifinals yesterday at the QS 5000. Great surfing from Kian Martin.
Yep, this will be really interesting now. He was in 4th place. Won't be much longer. That's, for me, the best wave of this semi-final. You could see the drone footage again, Ryan. Thank you very much. He maximised his tube time then, Kian. He bit of pie in the oven there, dragging his arm.
Here's the replay. Completely disappears. I wasn't even sure if he was still in there until we saw the drone. Comes out and straight into this beautiful turn. That is definitely the best wave of the heat.
And while we were watching that replay, I had an eye over the balcony. There's 2 absolute screamers that just went through as well, very similar to Kian's. I think the wave behind Kian's might have even been better. We're speculating. It was pretty sick. The waves are out there. Things are starting to really ramp up here in the back end of semi-final number 2. Stand by for some big numbers.
See Kian's dad right in front of us. He's feeling really good about that last score. Looks a little nervous.
Well, I don't think he needs to be. The judges have been hanging the big scores on the tube ride all event. Hopefully we can... I'd love to see the camera angle again at Kian's tube, because the drone footage, the drone angle is just epic. It was well slotted. It looks like something out of yesterday. So here comes the decision. I think it's definitely going to take him all the way to the lead. He'll be really happy when this number drops. I think it was excellent surfing.
Oh, there we go.
9 even, so really well scored. Kian will be totally chuffed with that result. His old man, no wonder his dad's on the beach, just no nerves now. He was all smiles. He's going, yeah, me boy's in the groove. That was sick. 9 points.
His dad's hands went up. He's excited.
Yep, look at him pacing around down there. Relax. Relax, David. Your boy's killing it. Look at him. He can't stand still. He's doing laps out in front on the boardwalk. He's not sure what to do next, who to talk to next. He's pacing around. He's like, look at him. Yep, he's thumbs up to a couple other people. So let's have a little look at what's gone on. An 8.17 for Castle. Big wave, big surfing. Matched up with a 5.83 is leading Kian Martin with a 9 and a 4.57. The requirements for Reba, who got a 6.43 for those two big hits. He now needs a 7.15. And chipping away down there, Jarvis finds himself in 4th position. I'm not sure whether there is a number still to come, but at this stage chasing just under 9 points. He's getting a little snookered here. 3 minutes to go. All important priority sits with Castle. He's surfed a smart heat. Here he goes.
This is a replay of Leo on his backhand. First hit and straight to the second in the pocket. I loved that second turn. It was impeccable timing from our Brazilian surfer. We have seen him do that in Krui as well, over here in Nias. So the situation is looking really good for both Leo and Kian. First and second priority, as well as in the first and second spot.
Yep, a really good position to be. Both packing some pretty big numbers, well and truly in the excellent range. But there was 2 extra waves that went unsurfed in that set. I was watching out the back, and for the people online, there were some big nuggets. There were some other opportunities there, but the boys that pulled the trigger early on in that set may wish they had just hung around a little bit longer. Looks like there's more movement out the back. I can see the caddies disappearing as they're paddling around. So here we go. It's Castle again staying busy.
Castle with priority out again. This backhand surfing is incredible. Wasting no time, taking all the space he could in that wave, and Kian on a bomb.
All right, let's have a look at Kian here. He tags at one time. He's looking for a tube again. He's going to find it. He's in the hole, and but reappears. So a nice read on this wave. His old man now is just finger clicking. He's gone, yep, there's his second score. He's just having a bit of fun out there in the channel now. Needed to burn off a 4.57 for sure. That's happened. Castle will put another big score on the board as well. Leo's surfing on that wave. Those 3 hits just did not miss a beat. It was really strong. What did you like about this one?
Oh, well, the barrel, of course. I love how he went straight from the turn and pulls in from behind. Oh, great surfing from Kian. He really looks like he's in sync with this wave. Kind of looks like this wave was made for him.
But this is what I like. This will be a huge score, because you have a look how quick all these 3 turns happened, and they're all really brutal. There were no flicking. It was just bang, solid attack on the lip. The judges will buy into that for sure. So I think Castle is going to maintain a strong lead, a 7.6. Kian's number yet to drop. So he only needs a 6.77. He might actually go to the lead here.
I think so too. Only 35 seconds left. It's great to see both these surfers staying together, and now both passing the heat. Well.
So there's Kian paddling back out. We can see him just cruising. He knows he did a good job. He's probably still trying to listen to the number. It drops in at a 6.33, a little short of the mark. So the Brazilian in green, he high-fives Kian on the way past. Let's see what Reba is trying to go berserk now. He's got a big number to chase, and for the first time ever, The Earl of Jarvis is in a combination situation. I have not seen that ever. That is the end of that one, everybody. Congratulations to Castle and Martin moving through to the grand final. We'll be back in a moment with the women's final. It will be a 30-minute final.
So everyone, welcome back to the Nias Pro. This is the final of the Pro Junior Women's. I'm in here with Billy.
Hiya, this is going to be great. Kalani Johnson is in the red. So Moana going for the blue. Anon Matsuoka, she is in the white. And Nanaho Suzuki holding down the green. All these women have been absolutely smoking it through the draw of this contest. Can't wait to see they got offer in this final. Of course, a 4-surfer final, being the Pro Junior division.
Yes, it's an all Japanese, one Indonesian final. All these ladies have been killing it all week. We see high fives going down at the beach as everyone.
Yeah, tell me the result of that last heat. Who got in, who got out?
So we had Leo Casal taking the win, and in second, Kian Martin. Even though Kian Martin did get the best wave of that heat, a 9. A beautiful barrel, showing exactly why he was in the semifinal yesterday at the QS 5000. But we'll be excited to see what these ladies do. 30-minute heat, so it's plenty of time. We see all the boys there. Kian and Davi.
They're all pumped, looking at the replays. Where can we improve? What do we right? Let's get that going. We've got half an hour until they're back out there. So maybe a quick wash off.
As it looks like some sets are approaching.
All right, let's get this final underway. Giada, nil priority at the moment, and no one wants a bit of that. They're all a little too deep on the reef. That thing rifling through. Look at it in the flesh there. It's a beautiful looking wave. And there's no shortage of them, and somebody is going to go on this. It's Green Suzuki on the inside.
Oh.
Passes a nose up at it, so a bit of cat and mouse to start this final off. Huey keeps providing, though. This could be a 4-wave set, and no one's got a wave yet.
Yeah, the girls a little too deep on those last ones, but it looks like blue. On the first one, Saima Niwa hits that first section straight into the second one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this was the winner of our last Pro Junior in Krui.
Yeah, we see her pull off, and out the back is Kalani Johnson, the lone Indonesian surfer. Getting her backhand going, a little bit of a shower. I don't know how she got back up on the board there. I'm sure she'd fallen off. But Red getting amongst it, and now White.
This is White Anon Matsuoka. Getting a 9, and this is in her last heat. This is exactly why. 2 great hits and finishing off with a 3rd one. And that's officially the start of our final.
Yeah, bringing on 30 minutes of it.
Nanaho sitting by herself as this wave comes by, a gift from the ocean. Talk us through, Billy.
Yep, looking good on the forehand. That's a nice aggressive bottom turn. A top turn to match. This thing rifling down the reef now and absolutely belts that second section. Fantastic drone work from Ryan. I'm loving the images coming out of this whole contest all week. It's been a great time sitting here calling it with you. And wow, this final has just come alight. Still got just under 25 minutes as well. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast wherever you're watching it around the world. Ooh, it's a good time in Nias.
Yes, great time to be alive. This is Kai.
Yeah, a bit of a check turn and then she gets under that shower. How did she do that?
Inspired by Paige Harrop from yesterday. This is Nanaho. We saw the drone, now we're seeing it from the land. One first turn and straight into the second. Great surfing from our surfer in green.
So Anon picking up priority. So White is out there with first and Simon Maniwa second.
Beautiful day here in Nias. Finals day, finishing off only 2 heats left.
Yeah, this one and one more. 2 finals. We wrap it up. Great way to wrap things up. A little bit of Pro Junior action on the day after the finals of the QS 5000. Real exciting times in Indonesian pro surfing right now. 2 back-to-back 5,000 QEs. Some really solid performances. Some things we'll never forget, especially that final yesterday. Marzi opening up with a big 10. Celebrations afterwards almost rivaled that. And it's great to see the Snapper Rocks boys knowing how to do it.
Saying they feel at home out here at this right. So there we have it, the first wave of White. Anon Matsuoka, an 8-point ride.
That's the way to open up, isn't it?
Oh, that is how you want to start your final. All right, Japanese surfer out the back with an 8 with priority. There's still 22 minutes left, but wow, she must be feeling confident.
Got an 8, got priority. Got the rest of the field quaking in their boots. Suzuki now picking up a 5.50. Waiting for scores for Johnson and Maniwa.
So coming up in the next final, we have Taro Watanabe from USA, Oscar Berry from Australia, Leo Casal from Brazil, and Kian Martin from Sweden.
Wow, a true international field. One thing they all have in common is that they all rip.
Yeah.
Super impressed with Taro's surfing this morning. Real point of difference when you see him take off. I was mentioning before, he's got a little nitro button on his surfboard. He goes from cruise mode to full speed in a split second. And because he can do that, his turns look really crisp and really sharp. I'm excited to see what he's got for us in the final. But that is then, this is now, and it is Johnson opening up with a 2.73. She'll know she's got more in the tank than that. Maniwa a 4.17, but it is Anon right up top there. Matsuoka with that 8.00 and priority. So advantage to White.
As we see some lines coming through, there is a set. We'll see probably. Oh, Anon does not take it. She leaves it to Sai. A beautiful first turn. Second one just comes unstuck.
Yeah, coming up short on that second attempt. You can't afford to do that in the finals, Giada.
No mistake, especially coming up with all these extremely well-rounded surfers. As we see a set rolling through with no one on it.
I reckon the free surf today is going to be absolutely wild.
Yeah. The free surf is very different to the heat. No priority.
No rules?
No rules.
20 minutes to go in this Pro Junior Women's Final. Let's have a look at blue now. Impressive first turn, just coming up a little short. Bit of an overbalance, the straight legs when you're landing. It's really hard to land a turn when you've got those straight legs happening. You need a bit of shock absorber action when you're falling from the lip. On side Moena.
417 for that last one. Or 3.03, sorry. My mistake. She's definitely going to be looking for something larger than that, especially after Anon's 8.
Yeah, but the requirements aren't massive on the right-hand side of the column. That 528, the biggest of them. That is in the Indonesian's corner. And we've seen a cough up. A whole lot of big scores through Krui and through this event. Definitely got it in her. I'm just going to wait for the opportunity. Sits up with second priority. But it is White Anon Matsuoka with all the goodies so far. I think for the final time, we're going to thank all of our supporters. And it is from the heart. Without these people, we could not put this event on. The South Nias District Government, thank you for your support. The Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, they have been around the competition site. They're absolute rock stars, and we thank them for their support. PT Telkom Indonesia, providing the internet that is bringing these images to you around the world. The Nias board riders, thank you for your support. You've been absolutely terrific, helping out where you can. PSOI, they are the governing body for pro surfing throughout Indonesia. The Asian Surfing Cooperative, thank you for all your endless work to bring these events together. The WSL, thanks for teaming up with the above mentioned people, and without your support, these QS 5000s would not be possible. The Sorake local people, so the locals at this beach, been super cool, been super supportive, and adjusting their program so we get the best surfers out there in the best conditions. Earth Island, we really thank them for their support. They're a cool company. And of course, one last time, the big one, Bir Singaraja.
The biggest sponsor of beers that we have here. This is Nanaho Tsuzuki on her forehand. 2 hits, she wastes no time and pulls off.
Yep, that was a quick attacking wave. Look for a 2.51. Pretty sure she's got that.
But Anon Matsuoka sitting just an 8.
Well, yeah, we saw kind of Ryuki fall into that trap in his semi. So he sat out there with a massive score and then was left chasing in the last 2 to 3 minutes. He had to take a subpar wave, and that didn't allow him to get that score. So Anon does not want to fall into that trap. She has a massive score of that 8. She'd want to get things going with 16 and 20 to go and not force herself into that pressure situation at the back end of the heat.
Yeah, she's definitely going to be looking for a backup. She didn't go on any of that previous set. So look, I see something breaking way out the back, just looking over our balcony. So hopefully it'll be coming our way. As we see the boys walking with the Bir Singaraja.
Yeah, we're getting ready for the oh no, definitely won't be getting ready for the Prezos, because we are in the Pro Junior Men and the Pro Junior Women. There'll be no celebrations with the beers. It will be the celebrations, big smiles and fist pumps and high fives. I can't wait to see it.
With Sprites. Sprites only. You see our boy Joy bringing the beers over as well. Oh, I think these are the beers that are at our apartment.
Well, it's Singaraja. It is the sponsor of this contest. We thank them for their support, and we thank them for the refreshment. We thank every company and every governing body that has helped out with these 2 QS 5000s. It is a massive deal to put them on in places that aren't so remote. You know, you put one on in Margaret River, it's still quite a challenge. But I tell you what, the logistical challenge to get all the gear here and be able to broadcast it around the world live is a real achievement. And we thank all the ASC and PSOI people for that. Chica, she's got us here. We're in one piece, and everyone's boards arrived safely. A real logistical achievement. So we thank everyone behind the scenes for their work, and we thank everyone for their support.
Yeah, I've seen Chica work so hard this whole for Kui and Nias. Probably one of the most hardworking people at this event, if not the most. She managed to get everyone here. All the boards are here, all in one piece. Big shout out to our girl Chica. We love you.
I tell you who does love her, every surfer, because she's in charge of the prize money.
Yeah.
And they've been getting it out in good fashion.
As we're past our halfway mark in this first final of the day. And there are lines coming. I'm excited to see what Anon's gonna back up her 8 with.
Yeah, a couple of girls need to back up score. A couple of girls really need to get shaken. The Indonesian amongst them. Here goes Sai. Maniwa, really solid surfing through this entire event, and that turn is no exception. Really clicks it around on that second one. A little bit of a wrapping. Will she stick with the inside or just bail on this thing? We can look at Elias through the flags here, and Jada, there is a lip section to hit, and she does it. So Blue putting her best foot forward, sticking with that wave all the way to the inside. She'll have quite a paddle out, but that is no big deal because we have 12 minutes and 45 left. So Sai Maniwa just put herself in the equation, I'd say.
Looking for a 6.23. What do you think?
Touch and go. That's sitting on the fence.
We are looking at another wave just ride by itself.
All right, it is Anon still sitting out with priority and 1 score. We're well past the halfway mark in this final. Kalani Johnson putting the heat on her. If she doesn't take it, I'm pretty sure Red will. Yep, she does. She's on the kick. Should be looking to get going. Nope, no go, but no other surfers out there. No loss of priority. Might as well put your nose over the edge.
A little worried. I'm not letting a lot of good waves go by.
And look at that. Yep. Her opponent's rattling up a score. The requirement is just a 3. But it will be Sai and Manoho looking to make that requirement a whole lot larger in the last 11 and 35.
I just saw something break out indicators. Hopefully that would indicate that there's something coming. Only 1 wave ridden from Matsuoka. So
yep, if you squeeze it down into the last minute or 2, all you have to do is fall. You've absolutely blown it. She's a solid surfer and well rewarded with that 8. She's going to go this time. Our surfer in white.
She's going to go. Our surfer from Japan. First backhand turn, and we'll see her hit this section. Oh, wow. That was a big turn from our surfer Anon Matsuoka, showing exactly why she has that 8 and why she got a 9 in her last heat.
Yep, doing what needs to be done. That will be her backup score. I like the way she spread the wings when she took that drop out of the second turn. See where that score falls. Now the attention goes to our surfer in red, the Indonesian Kalani Johnson. She's got a massive total to get to first. It is an 8.27. I think that will increase after we see the score from White's drop. There it is. She is in combo land. Kay Johnson, 15.83. Also for Nanaho. So Anna Matsuoka has absolutely put the bottom two people in this final into combo land, and a massive 9.10 for Sai. That is the requirement. So Anon Matsuoka, just as we were questioning her tactics, has absolutely thrown it straight back in our face and goes, I'm going to do it in 2 waves. Take that.
Wow, what a great way to surf her final. Having the surfers in 3rd and 4th in combo, while 2nd looking for a 9. She will definitely be feeling very confident.
Confident, big smiley, and she's got the sniper mode switched to on. She's got to get out there now and take it easy, really. 4th in priority. You'd like to say that she's super safe up there with 9 minutes to go, but we have seen scores above the 9 range happen the entire event, probably since the fire starter got into that tube. Then the big score started to drop, and we have seen a lot of scores over that 9 mark, so we should be feeling good, but definitely not safe. Look at it, straight to the inside. I'm going to wait for a massive set out the back here, and all you girls can try and sort it out below me. I love that. Look at that, really aggressive placement for her into the lineup.
Her surfing looks like it is in perfect form. We have barely seen her make any mistakes every time she caught a wave. So it's great stuff.
Have a look at this. She's putting the gas torch onto the entire field. She's got a massive lead, prowling around the lineup like, if you girls don't take it, I'm going to take it, and put that requirement into even a larger number bracket.
We'll see if there are any takers. No, let's let this one go. 7 minutes 45 left.
All right, is red with priority. 7:34 now, 7:30 seconds. And feeling the pressure, I'd say. Sai prowling around the, Anon prowling around the lineup, asserting her authority. I love the way she positioned herself straight to the inside after dropping that 7.83. Paddling past all the girls, waiting for a bit of lip talk.
Definitely a tactic. A little bit of mind games.
Yep.
This one heat left, and then we're finished with the Nias Pro. What a great event. Pumping waves all week.
Yeah, it's not often that you get to work at an event with a venue like this and waves like that. There we are, that's Gia Lagardi. She has been my co-host and doing a great job.
Thank you.
And here, well done. I'm sure everyone's looking forward to get the post-heat interviews from you. Big smiles from the men, and you've worked it beautifully.
Thank you so much. I've had the best time at this event. Hopefully, I'm hoping it will happen again next year. So we'll see what goes down.
That's right. Yep. We'll hope this continues, this QS 5000 chain. You've done a great job, and you've also ripped in your heats.
Thank you.
A real good run through yesterday and today. So keep an eye out for this young lady. She's in the Italian team. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. And big future ahead of her. Also, thank you for your work for this last couple of events. Well done.
Thank you. It's been an epic 20 days on the road with you guys. This is Anon Matsuoka. She pulls in.
Oh, wow. Wow, just grabbing that rail right up near the nose and kind of not getting it right. We see a board tombstoning there. Let's hope we see a head in a second. There it is. All good, play on. She'll be feeling the effects of that barrel, but I don't think it'll bother her too much because she is way out in the lead there. A 9, the closest opponent needs. Simoniwa, she has third priority. That is sitting well into Anon's court. It is Kay Johnson sitting with priority for a long time. She's only got one wave, believe it or not. Absolutely dominating in the semi-final. And just coming up short in the final.
We just passed our 5-minute mark. The girls must be starting to feel that pressure, especially still in combo. Nanaho Tsuzuki and Kai Johnson. Here we have a set approaching. We'll see what the girls do. Hopefully they won't be too deep this time.
Yeah, come on, Kai. Let's see what you got. They have been sitting there for a while. Let's hope they're not out of position. It is. They're going to have to duck dive this beautiful looking waves that rifles down the reefs. It is something you've got to stay alert during your heat. There's no kind of goofing off or getting too deep into your own thoughts. You've got to have your landmarks, and that could be the opportunity that Red was looking for. 3:48 now. We haven't seen a lot of last-minute heroics, but it has to be on the back of a decent score first up. So maybe a bit of a tactical error from our Indonesian surfer.
And Japanese, let's not forget, 2 of the girls are in combo. So they will be needing 2 scores to make it. Three minutes left as we're about to finish off our first final.
Our first final of the Pro Junior Women. Giada, you are spot on there, and there's Nanaho Suzuki. She needs a combination of waves, 2:45 to go. I don't think that's going to happen. The only one within striking distance sits with second priority is Asai Maniwa. She needs a massive total though, and this is KJ. She's paddling for it. She's not getting it. It really hasn't been her heat. Neither has it been Nanaho's. It's strange the way pro surfing works sometimes, but those women can hold their head up high. They've had a great event and impressed us with their surfing.
Here we see.
No, just not getting it. It's not happening, is it?
It's not. Everyone's just gone all over the place.
Yep. Meanwhile, Sai, 2 minutes to go. This could be the only chance she's got. She lets it go through.
We see
signing off in style underneath the curtain, but just getting mushed by that white water. Out the back now, Anon. She is going to sign off the whole event here with a victory in the Pro Junior Women's. A couple of beautiful looking backhand turns. There is a massive point of difference between this woman, this junior woman, and the rest of the field in this final.
Yeah, 1 minute 30. She will not give it up just then. She's going to paddle back out.
Put that pressure on. Why not? Be the assassin the entire way. This wave looks great. I'm sure priority slipped into her column, but it doesn't matter because she's absolutely belting that into submission.
Sorry, I just saw someone over the balcony pull in. I thought they were going to make it out. Oh, it was Kailani. She looked for the barrel, but just got clipped at the end there. This is the replay. Oh.
Yeah, just pointing towards the shore a little too much with the surfboard there, and the whole thing collapsing on top of her.
The last 30 seconds. So Anon Matsuoka. We're seeing Blue, the only one who can actually push to first. Doesn't look like there's anything on the horizon.
Nothing on the horizon, and a massive requirement anyhow. It is Anon Matsuoka who's had on an absolutely dominating display in the Pro Junior Women's Final. She'll walk away with all the chocolates and all the credit. Anon Matsuoka putting on an absolute clinic in the Pro Junior Women's Final. We're going to cut to a short ad break. I'm going to thank you for your job, Giada Lagati. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll be back for the men's final right after this break. All right, this is the final. Welcome back to everyone watching around the world as we look at Kian Martin plying his trade onto this medium-sized Nias right-hander. This is the Nias Pro 2022. This is the junior men's final, and this is Mark Cliff.
You've got Curry on the brain, Billy Hanging, this morning, but I'm loving this final, mate. Look at this matchup. It is Taro Watanabe out of America, but lives in Australia. Oh, no, he doesn't live in America, but he's Japanese heritage. He's in red. We both had a bit of a long week. Oscar Berry, there's the Australian in blue. Leo Castle had a great semi-final. He's in white, representing Brazil, and out of Sweden, Changgu. Kian Martin in the green. So a nice blend, international field. Go get them, fellas. This is a 35-minute Pro Junior men's final. If you gaze into your crystal ball, Billy, who can you see winning this one?
For me, on current form of today only, Taro.
All right, good call.
This is the Prince, though. Love this young fella. He's a super guy to have around the contest site, and he's always full of good energy and good vibes, and he's also full of excellent surfing.
That was a good way to start, for sure. Got his feet wet, feet on the wax, well-structured wave, a number of moves. His tube ride earlier still stands out as one of the highlights of the morning. Leo Castle's work he did to get to this point was pretty outstanding. Oscar, but Taro Watanabe, yep, really sharp, and I think he's ready for his best heat.
I'm going to ask you for your prediction now, Mark.
All right, well, somebody else did online, and I went, well, I just threw Oscar out there being the Aussie, so
nice.
I just got to stick firm with the fellow Australians, so let me go there.
Let's put a coconut on it.
Righto, done. Well, maybe we should pick two each. So you've gone Watanabe, I've gone Oscar.
Well, I am going to stick with the Brazilian.
All right, well, I'll go Castle. So there's our two picks. I'll have to, he's the fourth one left.
Castle's the Brazilian.
Yeah.
And here he goes upside down. Stabs it through the lip there. He's really aggressive. No wonder he is my second pick.
Hang on. My second pick. You went, didn't you go Kian? Oh, you went the Brazilian. Okay, all right. I thought you were talking about Kian, sorry.
No, he's from Sweden.
I've got Kian. All right, so I've got Kian. Okay, Oscar and Kian. You've got Watanabe and Castle. I just thought you were going with Kian with that call.
It's been a long week, mate.
This is a great way to kick off his campaign, right where he finished in the semis, doing some monster hits. Really good work.
Well, the preparations are starting around us, mate, for the Prezos. I'm pretty sure you are going to be heading that up.
Yep, we'll just get down there and make the announcements, hand out the trophies, and get some media joy and probably some speeches from the winners.
Geez, how were the scenes at yesterday's Prezzo? Absolutely raunchous.
It was pretty gila, wasn't it? I don't think we'll be getting the beer sprayed this afternoon, being Pro Junior finals. So we'll just get share the love and let everybody in on who's who, and hand out the big checks, get the photos done, get some speeches. So it'll be a mellow affair, but it will happen right after this final. 8-point ride for Castle. Really strong.
Yeah, that's the way you want to start off your final. He is on his backhand, and he goes really vertical and really strong when he hits the top. He'll be out there, that casual confidence, swagger of the paddle. The Brazilian out to exactly the same lead that the winner of the women's Pro Junior had.
All right, Aussie, bottom of the pile, but first priority, good looking wave.
Ooh.
Good heavy grind. Look at this section, needs to really go nuts here. So it does sort of get the board to change direction. Another heavy grind out there in the channel. Just signing off now, the wraparound cutback. Perfectly timed, all looking pretty good. It'll be over to the judges to see where Oscar's first number goes. Leo Castle, a highlight so far. That 8 is really going to stack up at the end of the final. So as a point of difference, the way everyone else is starting, this is a 5-3-3, the first wave for Kian. So this wave is current, a nice little barrel. So he did get tubed a couple of times in the semis. He's binding the hole again, so just stringing together some pretty decent moves and a little barrel. So this is the front on view now for the judges.
Yep, the Aussie, a bit of a speed run there. I like the way he turns it around on this one. That little heel click at the end. Holds his rail for that third and sticking with it for anything he can juice out of that wave.
All right, so this is Kian now as well. So a smaller wave. He's just starting to get his groove on here. His second ride, he got up there and stabbed it. Then he finds a little hole here. He did this last in his semis.
Yeah, right.
So it's looking like a repeat of that wave he did in his semi-final. And tidy little package there. So I imagine Castle will still have the biggest number. Oscar Berry, the deliberation on that number. It's pretty strong surfing from the Australian. Kian Martin's going to have a second score that's probably going to sit somewhere either side of his first. 22 minutes. On the hunt now with priority. So Taro Watanabe, this guy, when he gets it right, mate, he looks $1 million. Is he going into the tube? Of course he is.
Yeah.
Well, that is always impressive. And again, Ryan right on cue, looking straight in at him for your viewing pleasure. What happened there? A little bit of a fumble, but a completion. Just took a little while to convince that he completed that. Here we go now at the back.
Yeah, it looks like Leo on his backhand. He totally gets funneled straight off the takeoff. The judges like that sort of thing. A heavy looking cutback to follow that up, and a nice snap in the pocket. Is the Brazilian looking strong and confident here in the Pro Junior men's final. 21 and 40 to go. Wow, that was a good backup mark.
It was. That'll be, you know, definitely give the others something to think about now with that real strong 8, a pretty decent backup score to drop. So he's got the boys on the ropes here. They're all playing catch up. That was a good tube though from Red. So Taro.
Oh, that
this
is cool.
Just got a little bit stuck here, but it doesn't matter. He did complete it. The tubes are what sort of counts here at Lagundri Bay, and Castle straight into one himself.
Yeah, totally pig dogging it. That right hand in the face of the wave. I like this strong carve. And he stays focused and gets this second hit away. A little bit of a wobble on top, but that could be the difference, mate.
So the judges have got a number of scores to come. We're still a wave behind on Oscar Berry. We've got the tube from Watanabe and a really good second score for Leo Castle. Kian Kian's got a second wave, so they're all starting to get some runs on the board. We'll have a much clearer picture of the leaderboard once these numbers drop. Everybody's starting to get their groove on. Oscar will be in 4th place because he's the only surfer with 1 wave. But Blue picks up top priority. So the judges taking their time with this. It could be a real turning point of this final. There's some decent scores to think about. Where does Castle's backup number go? Where does the great tube rider Taro's go? Kian got a little cover up and a couple of hits. And a score for Oscar. Oscar lobbed a 6.
Righto.
Kian Martin more of the same in the 5s by the look of it. Maybe a 6. I think his wave would probably a 6.
It's going to be interesting in the white column.
Yep. Let's see what sits alongside the 8. And Watanabe as well. Clean, good tube, precise cutback. Little bobble coming out of the cuddy, but it was a good barrel. All right, hope you're enjoying it online, everybody. Day 6 of our waiting period here at Lagundri Bay, Sorake Beach. We are just about done with another epic event, and yesterday and the weekend was just all time. The amount of hits we were getting, there was some big numbers watching online. So I hope you crew have hung around here this morning to pay some pro juniors a bit of respect, because it is a classy field. And look at these numbers, Billy.
Yep, respect is what you've got to give for that backup. A 6.67 from Leo Casal. Kian Martin now well in the hunt. He only needs that 8.50 to snatch that first place. His best wave, a 6.13. All the way down. I love that 7.13 for Taro. He is looking dangerous. He wants to get that one and throw it in the bin. Oscar Berry also staying busy. This is Taro now.
All right, so just banking a 7.13, the second best number of this final.
Oh,
he goes crazy and really spins the wheels, but he's hung up in the white stuff and he will not recover. So you can see now that he's just gone, okay, it's time to really get serious and start stomping something. He took a major risk, didn't pay off, but I like his approach. You've got to go for it.
Yeah, there's no getting easy rides and getting a title. This is the Pro Junior Men's Division. And this is the final hurrah, the last dance of the contest. So if you want to win, you got to lay it all on the line, and this is what Taro did. Love the attack on it.
Yep, huge attempted fin blow there. He did come from behind in his last semi-final. He was languishing in 4th place for quite a while, and just put back-to-back waves together. That was just razor sharp, classic Taro Watanabe sort of surfing. So he's going to have to go back to that scene and dig deep here. He's only chasing a mid-7. Some bigger requirements for Kian and Oscar. So your two chargers are well positioned right now. The fact that we're having a little sideline wager with the coconut.
It is looking good.
Castle there opening a blockbuster performance, 8-point ride, heavy hits on his backhand.
Jeez, it's been a good story, isn't it? We first came across him at the airport, trying to make his way down the crew. He is solo. He's only 17 years old. He had a big couple of bags of surfboards. He had no idea how to get down there, and just directed him, get in that car, we're taking your boards and don't worry about it. So he kind of took a leap of faith. He'd never met us before. Got to know him down at crew. He's a good young lad, and he's absolutely got his game on here at the final at Nias.
He was probably a little nervous on the drive down at Crewe, going, did those guys just steal my boards? Don't know, from a bar of soap, are they even going to the contest? We saw him down there and he's got, where's my board bag? We said, oh, I don't know, didn't the car drop it at your place? I don't know, they're here somewhere, you'll find them. And he did, and he's put them to good use.
All right, mate, so after this you'll be going down for the Prezzo, I imagine?
But yeah, it'll be a short affair there, just to, you know, throw it out there. We definitely are.
Yep.
And that's what I'll be doing. It'll be a short one like yesterday, and just to hand over the checks, the kudos, finish off for all the crew online. If you want to stick around and listen to some speeches from the winners, we'll be doing that directly after this men's final. So Anon Matsuoka took that one out, and she got a 3rd placing yesterday, so what an outing for her. Here comes a couple of gangsters stepping into the hash house.
Tomo.
Boys out of down the road. I heard there was a bit of activity in the Batu bar last night. I reckon those 3 stooges were big time players.
And it's time to get busy and time to concentrate on your surfing, and then there's a time to celebrate. It's important to do both.
Boys have been celebrating for weeks.
All right, 15 and a half to go now. Clicking down towards the halfway mark. And it's the Brazilian out to a strong lead. 8.50 the requirement for the kid from Chengdu. Representing Sweden, Kian Martin. If he wants first, that's what he's got to come up with. Yeah, Cassell having a paddle there. I'm sure he will lose third priority. There it goes, back to fourth.
All right, what does my charger need to do? Oscar chasing an 8.67. Kian, the other one in my corner, an 8.5. Whoa. Some hefty numbers there. They can do it. Come on, fellas.
Right, third in priority. Here is the electric surfing of Taro. Really shoves it up there high. Look how fast he can go in a split second. It's really impressive stuff. Follows the wave perfectly.
Oh my
Pulls
goodness.
it off that time. He's backwards. He's got no fins. Of course he completed it. Bit of a gangster look over the shoulder. He's loving it.
Well, he tried a massive fin blow last wave. It didn't pay off. He's gone, I'm still just going to keep swinging. He did. He's pulled off a monstrous big air rev and just about lost it, and he hung in there for some time looking over his shoulder and spun the board back around for a completion. And a lot of people in the restaurant here just saw that and went, the lounge jockeys were well impressed.
Yeah, it is. It looks like young Philip Duke out there doing the caddy duties for, for our surfer in red. He'll be loving life as well. Have a look at this speed increase just from that.
Yeah, all right, so a nice pump. Good speed line hit right there, so the connection was done early. He's invested in this. He threw the tail a mile and he hung around there. He didn't throw it into reverse. It might have been easier to do that, but it was a huge tail blow, Billy. He blew the back right out. The tail was super high. It landed mid-face, so it was a full moment of no connection to the wave, just spinning around on the nose of his surfboard. It could have gone either way, but he hung tight. Really just planted his front foot firmly to maintain control. The tail was doing all sorts of bizarre things, but it was great entertainment. Heavy move, unreal. The judges will be debriefing that. He needs a 7.55.
It was right in the pocket though, Mark, so that could work in his favour.
I reckon, because he also had a turn before it. They might have deemed maybe some loss of control when we flashing back the other day to something Bronson did.
Yep.
But it was really high risk. Nobody else has taken this chance. A point of difference. He's already been well barreled in this final. Here it comes again, folks. You watch how far the tail drifts here. Thanks for the slow-mo, fellas. Boom, that was huge. I reckon.
1 foot on the board.
I reckon right now, mate, having a look at that again, I think he goes there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, surely that's excellent surfing. 7.93, close to excellent, but he gets the requirement. Matey was chasing a mid-7. So on the review, you could just see the commitment and the degree of difficulty, all the things that are in part of the criteria. So, what a turnaround. Castle now needs to respond with a 7.06. The boys in my corner. Green needs a high 8 and a low 9 needed for Oscar Berry, but he's only got one wave. 12 minutes. Castle. Go for it, Billy.
Yeah, he's up. I didn't think he'd get the wave, but he does. Takes that same approach, which is always aggressive and always impressive. Stabs it up through the lip. That wave really not showing much razzmatazz, so out he goes. He's going to be out the back. With fourth priority, he needed a 7.06, so that wave really wasn't going to deliver that. So maybe still 11.20 to go, so not really a tactical error. More of a little fudge.
So Taro taking a big risk, paying off. He did fall on his previous wave, trying a big air reverse. Big blow tail, it didn't come off that time, but geez, the 7.93. Point of difference there. The judges haven't seen any of that today. Also a really good tube on his 7.13. So he's showing a little bit of everything. I reckon his next wave he'll stick to his real strength, being the rail work. and try and delete that 713. He's got the full bag of tricks, hasn't he?
He really does. Yeah, that was that was super impressive. I still didn't know if he'd make it when he's going fins first into that pocket. He had to turn it around to convince that he had ridden out of that wave. And when he did, he was super happy with it.
There was definitely a monking moment. A couple of seconds worth of drifting, and, you know, he's right on the edge here. So, you know, full commitment. There was no messing around. He got to go flat out. You can't half try a turn like that and expect to make it. So the judges really buying into that commitment, the innovative, progressive side of life, and it's that point of variety. There they are. Who's got top priority? Let me see. Oscar. One wave in the bank. I reckon he's looking for a tube. We got a flashback to remember what happened in that last semi-final, where there was a really strong set that Kian got. He goes, your boy now is in the first place, Billy.
Super busy and super impressive. Look at that second turn. Free falls out of the lip. This is under priority, mind you, Mark. He is electric and he is on fire.
Yep.
Watanabe.
Super strong surfing, always sharp, always precise. And there is another part of his strength, his rail work. Has been undeniable all week. He's been well tubed in this final. He's done a monster air. The kid has got the full package. This is really great.
Yep, super impressive. Straight into attack mode there. That first turn was even better. The second one, and just snaps that little pocket of the third. He's really got a good read on the wave. A lot of people are struggling to get turns away in that shoulder section, but Taro, absolutely no problem.
And it's all done at super high speed. There's no cruising. Everything from the moment he stands up, he's just done flat out. So he's you know, got the speed, power, flow. He's thrown us the variety. He's got well barreled. He's really thrown his hat in the mix here, and you can sense just how much he wants this. Unreal. So you were saying Gerlach's his coach, a 783 drops for that.
Loving it.
So a 0.7 upgrade to the total, which means a couple of hefty nines needed now from green and blue. Castle's requirement is almost at 8 points. Catch me if you can, says Watanabe.
I'm pretty sure he had fourth priority.
Oh, yeah,
like
the boys just all let him go.
Give me something and I'll absolutely decimate it, and you'll be in bigger trouble. Here we see Jamie Thompson walking away with his first place from the Koori Pro. Big oversized novelty check. He's had a good campaign.
Yeah, he's been loving life, mate, lording around, slapping the work he did down at Lavina around the pool most afternoons, having a bit of a chat and a bit of a sip, and then it's here since he's been in Nias, just rolling with a heavy little gang of Aussies and doing their work down there at the Bar 2 Bar and up at Raphael's. They've been on a tear. So, 720. A monstrous lead right now for Taro Watanabe. Remember that name, folks. There's a lot to like out of what we've seen from him this week at Nias. We're almost done, Billy. 7 minutes of a huge triple crown of events through G-Land, Koori and Nias. All memorable events. This one, though, has gone into the epic proportions for me.
No, really, it has. I mean, there's a couple we've worked in the past, Mark, which will take some surpassing, but this has really showcased Indonesian pro surfing, and it's showcased the island of Nias and the island and the district of Koori. It has showcased the hard work that the administration has put in, probably, good 3 years to get these two contests going, but now 2 5,000s in a row. And let's hope this little leg of Indonesian Kiwis continues.
Well, surely the governments that were involved with pulling these events together and approaching the ASC and saying, we want in, we want the exposure, I'm sure they're happy with what's gone on, because the amount of hits coming out of Nias, the amount of swell and really good rides day after day down there at Koori, that was undeniable as well. And there was a whole lot of other free surfing images coming out of other parts of Koori that looked highly impressive. So I'm sure those sponsors will be going, yep, value for money, tick, tick, tick. They were already talking at Koori that they wanted to upgrade the level out of 5,000 status up to the Challenger Series. That's the talk. Let's see what happens.
Well, look at that massive requirement for Oscar Berry now. He's got first priority. He's only got one wave, but he's a 9.76. He's chasing for the crown. Kean Martin, 9.59. So big requirements from third and fourth. Leo Casal, pretty much the only one within striking distance. 5:15 left on the clock. The Brazilian needs a 7.76, but it is Taro straight out in the lead, 7.93 and a 7.83. What a way to finish off a great campaign.
Well, he's a bit of a quiet achiever. He's, you know, most heats he's just sort of doing his little come from behind, and he's definitely done it again. His belief is rock solid. He definitely can dig himself out of a hole at any point, and he's just proving his variety and his versatility here. Really good stuff, and worthy position to be leading right now. Remember some of these names, everybody online, because they are pro juniors, but mark my words, they surf like full-blown adults and really rip and do it well. So all these four guys, I'm taking my hats off to, even if you end up fourth or third or wherever out of this. Remember these names, these are future stars for sure. They will definitely, I reckon, all have a spot on the Challenger Series at some point, and once you get there, the Championship Tour is well within striking distance. So it's unearthed a lot of talent through the last couple of weeks, buddy.
Yeah, you bet, and that's what it is all about. Tippy Jugrick reminded me that's why they put in all the effort. It's a clear pathway now for a kid sitting around Bali who's got aspirations to be a pro surfer. How do I do it? You go in the QE 5000. That might get enough points to go into the Challenger Series and maybe one day onto the CT. But dreams beckon, and this is the way to chase them now.
Yep, so they've broken it down to 7 regions worldwide to chase your qualifying points to become a challenger on the Challenger Series. Every country, every region has been allocated X amount of spots to move onto the Challenger Series. So that's how you do it. Here is Castle, third priority, and he gets this little wave, Billy.
Yeah, on his backhand, he's going to have to go big. He's looking for a 7.76. If it came out of that tube, it would have done it, but almost mission impossible.
So you can see why the other guys decided to let that wave go. It ran off pretty fast. Leo decided to throw a bit of a Hail Mary at the tube, a little bit too far downtown. I don't think even a natural footer could have threaded that thing. So now with top priority, Oscar Berry's waited a long time, 3 minutes. I backed him to get up there and do it, being the sole Aussie in this final. So he's got this heavy rail work going on. Something pretty spectacular is going to have to happen because he needs almost 10 points or try and track down a 15.76 two-wave total to win. So let's see where that number goes. He's only packing a 6. I'd like to see the front on angle to see whether he improves on the 6 to bring down that requirement.
Yeah, winding down to the end of this final. Let's have a look at the front on view, Mark. Beautiful wrapping, but nowhere near the lip. Maneuver slices the top off that one. Nothing really critical. A little snap in the pocket then. His body language there, bows his head. He kind of knows that is not going to get the job done.
Well, I reckon the judges will be looking at his surfing, comparing it to what Red's doing on the rail and going, all right, they're buying into Red. I think Oscar's just looks a little smidge out of sync compared to what Red's doing. There's lots of power out of Oscar Berry, but Red has just got that point of difference. Seems to have a little bit more X factor in his manoeuvres, and he seems like he's just got a little bit extra pep in his step. And Oscar Berry's number drops in at just a 4.77. So they weren't heavily impressed with what he got going on then. Still now chasing almost the perfect number to win. So while we've only got 90 seconds left, Billy, a couple of last shout-outs from me to all our gang at Surfing WA, if you're watching today.
Boom.
Yep, cheers, boys. To all my mates down in Margaret River, Wilson and Webby and the boys. Hope you've enjoyed what's been rolling out the last couple of weeks. For Johnny Uluwatu, good on you, mate. We've been thinking of you all week. Mark Flint, who's struggling in hospital with health issues. We'll leave it at that, but good on you, Brock. And we'll just watch Castle here.
Yeah, this is his final roll of the dice. He goes upside down. He's getting busy. It's a small wave, though. A little bit of a wobble on his second one. He's lost momentum, and I think he knows that is it for him. Oscar Berry.
All right, so a small little wave here. He'll realise there's something really berserk's got to happen. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty berserk. All right, well, geez, he needs a 10 almost. I'm not sure that's it, but it might turn into his better number. Does it bring the requirement down? Either way, we're just about done here. Here's the replays, everybody. Check it out. Really good. So throwing the tail a mile a la Taro, but not on a big wave. You've got 15 seconds, Billy. You want to shout out anybody before we sign off, mate?
Pretty much everyone you said. Hi, Mum. I want to thank everyone from around the world for tuning in. Thanks for the hits. Thanks for the compliments. Thanks for the advice. And, man, I really look forward to it. That is it. It is Taro Watanabe really dominating in the Pro Junior Men's Final. Let's sign off, Mark.
All right, everybody. From Nias, from myself, on behalf of Mark Clift and our whole work team, I'd like to acknowledge Oni Anwar, Gia Lagardi, Mate Joy, part of our commentary team here that's been chipping away at it for the whole week. Good on your team. Everyone else, look, it's been all the work as we're rolling with a pack of 30, mate, and it takes a big mission to get it all going on. So that's me. There's the 4 finalists, all sitting tight. Check them out, all smiles. None better than Taro Watanabe.
Yep, that is the way to finish off. The lads having a great time. That sums up what has happened for the entire competitive field and all the work crew. It's been a banging couple of contests down at Krui, now up there at Nias. It's a great feeling, and it's great that pro surfing is back in Indonesia. We hope you've enjoyed it, and let's stick with these winners for just a little while longer, Mark, before you go down and do the prezos. What a fantastic scene that is. Congratulations to the American.
Yeah, you know, he's obviously got the Japanese heritage there, a 7.93 in the scoreline and another 7. So great surfing. There he is, the Nias Pro champion, junior side of life right there, and these guys definitely surf out of their weight category, mate. Look at the vultures, they're already in the... Here comes the caddies, here comes the free surfers. There's been a lot of that going on all week, so... Yep, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go down and get the prezos going on pretty quick smart. So we are going to throw to an ad break, and we'll be back shortly with the presentations.
The 10, I missed the first wave and I knew the second one was going to be the one, and just I drove through it and it just kept driving, and then I came out and I was like, I couldn't even do a turn after. And yeah, from the round of 96, I just grinded it out, and I feel like every heat I gained momentum, and the final I felt like I gave it my best shot, and yeah, wow, I can't believe I just took the win. So
Congratulate him. Oh yes, Mum, and he goes. What is that? Ladies and gentlemen, stand up. That's his sister. Yes, that is awesome.
Let's make it official. There is the first place. Let's get some beers. Yeah!
Hello everyone and welcome back. This is finals day for the Open QS Women's. The waves are pumping. There are 9s and 8s being dropped everywhere. So the sun is out and the wind's offshore. Welcome back.
You know that you're just my type. Let's just take it slow, come with me, baby. You know we've got so much time. What you got to lose? Yeah. What I got to prove? Yeah. What I got to do for you to be with me? What will it take for you to see? Yeah. We are meant to be. Yeah. What I got to do for you to be with me? Girl, been saving all my love for you. Let's not think too much. We don't need to rush. No, girl, there's nothing I won't do for you. Let's not sit too
Everybody, please put your hands together for Ella McCaffrey. Well done, Ella.
things I do for you. Am I getting through? Yeah, tell me what to do.
it's been amazing. This is my first time here, and the bay's so beautiful, and all the people here are super nice, and staying with the family just along the road, and yeah, we couldn't have asked for better waves, so it's been a pretty dream contest.
'Cause I'm having too much fun. You don't have to try, I'll make it easy. Then you'll see what we'll become. What you got to lose? Yeah. What I got to prove? Yeah. What I got to do for you to be with me? What will it take for you to see? Yeah. We are meant to be. Yeah. What I got to do for you to be with me? Girl, been saving all my love for you. Let's not think too much. We don't need to rush. No, girl, there's nothing I won't do for you. Let's not sit too much. There's no need to rush. No, if you only knew the things I do for you.
Can everybody please put their hands together and welcome Kate Carr, the winner of the Women's QS 5000 on your page.
Right, g'day everybody and welcome to Lagundri Bay, world famous waves rolling through here at the point. The barrels are on tap, so let's have a great day.
That's the term that has gotten me through this.
The 10, I missed the first wave and I knew the second one was going to be the one, and just I drove through it and I just kept driving, and then I came out and I was like, I couldn't even do a turn after. And yeah, from the round of 96 I just grinded it out, and I feel like every heat I gained momentum, and the final I felt like I gave it my best shot, and yeah, wow, I can't believe I just took the win. So
Congratulated. Oh yes, Mum, and he goes. Ladies and gentlemen, stand. That's his sister. Yeah, that is awesome.
Let's make it official. There is the first place. Let's get some beers. Yeah!
Hello everyone and welcome back. This is finals day for the Open QS Women's. The waves are pumping. There are 9s and 8s being dropped everywhere. So the sun is out and the wind's offshore. Welcome back.
You know that you're just my type. Let's just take it slow, come with me, baby. You know we've got so much time. What you got to lose? Yeah. What I got to prove? Yeah. What I got to do for you to be with me? What will it take for you to see? Yeah. We are meant to be. Yeah. What I got to do for you to be with me? Oh, been saving all my love for you. Let's not think too much. We don't need to rush. No, girl, there's nothing I won't do for you. Let's not sit too
Everybody, please put your hands together for Ella McCaffrey. Well done, Ella.
things I do for you. Am I getting through? Yeah, tell me what to do.
It's been amazing. This is my first time here, and the bay's so beautiful, and all the people here are super nice, and staying with the family just along the road, and yeah, we couldn't have asked for better waves, so it's been a pretty dream contest.
'Cause I'm having too much fun. You don't have to try, I'll make it easy. Then you'll see what we'll become. What you got to lose? Yeah. What I got to prove? Yeah. What I got to do for you to be with me? What will it take for you to see? Yeah. We are meant to be. Yeah. What I got to do for you to be with me? Girl, been saving all my love for
Here in front of the Hash Family Surf Camp. We've just had the Women's Pro Junior Final go down. We've had the Men's Pro Junior Final go down. So what we're about to do is just let everybody in and have a look at who our finalists were. We'll congratulate our winners. We'll hear some speeches from the surfers that won their respective divisions, but it's been an epic week, and the surf has been firing today for our Pro Junior Finals. So I hope you enjoyed it. I really did. What we're going to do right now is call up fourth place in the Red Rash Fest out of Indonesia. Everybody, please put your hands together for Kailani Johnson. Come on up here, Jono. Well done. All right, in third position, we had 3 Japanese surfers contesting this final. In third position in the Green Rash Fest, Nanaho Suzuki. Well done, Nanaho. Woohoo! And our runner-up, she won down in Krui. She was wearing the Blue Rash Vest today. It was a real great match-up and fell just a little bit short of going back-to-back victories. Everybody, can you please put your hands together for Sai Maniwa? Come on, Sai. All right, and then this little goofy footer here, she's had a big smile all week. She did really well yesterday, third in the Open Women's. Her scoreline included an 8 and a high 7. She blew the back out of it, basically, and had an awesome outing here at Nias. Everybody, this is Anon Matsuoka. Woohoo! Yeah, put your hands together for all our finalists, please, everybody. What an outstanding performance in really, really good waves. A quick question, Anon. Yesterday, third in the Open Women's. Today, you've gone 2 steps better. You must be very proud of yourself.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy and I was excited.
I imagine a lot of people in Japan watching right now. What would you like to say to your fan base back at home who are watching?
In Japan? My family and my friend. Thank you so much for supporting. I'm so happy.
Of course you are. What a great outing you've had here in Nias, everybody. All you finalists, you should be super proud of yourselves. Can everybody give them one more big rev up, please? Yeah, Pro Junior Women's held in Pumping Surf, Lagundri Bay. So good. So a classic little photo opportunity here. What a long day. This is day 6, everybody. It's been great. Thank you, ladies. See if we could just step on out. Well done. Woohoo! Cheers. See you. Well done, everybody. All right, and now our Pro Junior Men's held in Perfect Surf. A little smaller than the weekend, but there was still barrels, there was airs, there was some real solid rail work, and it was a really good mix across 4 nations. So I would like to welcome in 4th position, wearing the Blue Rash Vest today, representing Australia, Oscar Berry. You've had an amazing campaign across the men's and the Pro Junior Men's. Well done, 4th position. Everybody, Oscar Berry. Thank you, Oscar. In 3rd place, wearing the Green Rash Vest today, representing Sweden. Representing Sweden, but in 3rd position, Green Rash Vest, out of Bali. Let's bring him up here, everybody. Kian Martin. Yeah, Kian. Good stuff, mate. Cheers, bro. All right, and the Brazilian juggernaut, ladies and gentlemen, surfed more heats than anybody over the last 2 events, I reckon. A sterling performance included an 8-point ride in his performance here in this final. In the White Rash Fest, everybody, this is Leo Castle, the runner-up. On you, Leo. Well, this guy was on a tear all week. His rail work was undeniable. He got a great tube in the final, threw down a huge air reverse as well. What a worthy champion, everybody. From USA, put your hands together for Taro Watanabe. All right, let's have a couple of quick words with Taro. What an amazing week you've had here at Nias. What is some of the best things that have happened to you? Apart from winning, what would you recommend people should come to Nias for?
Just the really good waves. It's been firing for about like 5 days, so yeah, just come here for the waves.
Would this be the biggest win in your short career?
Yeah, probably one of them. I haven't won a Pro Junior, so I'm happy to get it my last year.
Unreal. So it's been a big, big week, everybody. Let's put our hands together one more time for all our finalists in the Pro Junior men's. All right, well, that concludes our presentations, a brief presentation down here right on the shoreline of Sorake Beach, everybody. We hope you've enjoyed what you've seen at Nias. I certainly have. Over and out from right here at Hash Surf Camp. Thanks, guys. All right, g'day everybody and welcome to Lagundri Bay, world famous waves rolling through here at the point. The barrels are on tap, so let's have a great day.
The 10, I missed the first wave and I knew the second one was going to be the one, and just I drove through it and it just kept driving, and then I came out and I was like, I couldn't even do a turn after. And yeah, from the round of 96 I just grinded it out, and I feel like every heat I gained momentum, and the final I felt like I gave it my best shot, and yeah, wow, I can't believe I just took the win. So
Congratulate him. Oh yes, Mum, and he goes. What is going? Ladies and gentlemen, stand up. That's his sister. Yeah, that is awesome.
Let's make it official. There is the first place. Let's get some beers.